Good evening, Matsu Miners fans. On the first day of July, the Matsu Miners are taking on the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks in a matchup that should be a good one tonight, as the Miners are red hot at home so far, 7 straight coming into this ball game, looking for their 8th straight win at home, their 4th straight victory home and away, as we look forward to a great ball game. Let's waste no time and get to tonight's starting lineups. Defensively, after his injury, as George Arias will be on the mound for your Miners. Arias so far on the year has had 4 starts for the Miners. He is 1-2 on the year with a 5.78 ERA. He has faced off against the Chinooks twice and is 0-1 against them, but has been very successful in recent starts, as this is a rematchup from opening day. George Arias on the mound for the Miners, and on the mound for the Chinooks is Zach Sundine, who was the starter for the Chinooks on opening day. Now the Chinooks, batting wise, their lineup is looking like leading off is number 5, Patty McCormick. He's playing second base. Right fielder Hayden Keller to follow. J. Paul Fullerton in the DH spot in the 3-hole. Ethan English will bat cleanup. He's playing first. Daniel Freeman, left fielder, is batting 5th. Brandon Cody batting 6th. He's in center. Jack D'Amelio is at 3rd, and he's batting 7th. Joe Brazil is behind the plate catching, and rounding out the order is Pate Fullerton, and he's playing short. So George Arias towing the mound, McCormick getting his spot in the right-handed batter's box, and this game is underway. First pitch is in there for a called strike 1. 0-1's the count now. Brad Polk is behind the dish umpire-wise. The 0-1 pitch is lined foul and out of play, and the count will go to 0-2 as we start this ball game off. Arias getting ahead in the count early, as he is ahead to Patty McCormick. 0-2. He gets his sign. The 0-2 pitch is a check swing. He pulls it back, but Brad Polk behind the plate says, "You're rung up. Good night." So Patty McCormick's down on strikes, as George Arias will start the evening off with a strikeout. Doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, George Arias wasting no time on that one. Went right after him. Gets him on 3 straight strikes.
Hayden Keller now to follow. And the first pitch to him is a called strike 1. So 4 pitches of the ball game for Arias. 4 straight strikes, as he is commanding the strike zone early. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch is in there for another called strike. So the count goes to 0-2 to Hayden Keller. Keller, 282 average-wise on the year. He leads the Chinooks, as Arias gets the 0-2 pitch ready. The pitch is fouled straight back, and we'll do that again at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Arias with the 0-2 pitch is fouled out of play, and the count will remain 0-2. Brandon, tonight the Miners are in second place. They're fighting for first, and the Chinooks are tied for last. So what are the keys to tonight's game to get the Miners on top of this Chinooks team?
Well, George Arias has looked very pumped up thus far, as the 0-2 pitch misses outside for ball 1. I'm thinking we're going to see a lot more of aggressive mentality from him compared to the opening day start. Obviously, a lot of time has passed since. He's already attacked these first 2 hitters and got them both behind in the count.
The 1-2 pitch is fouled straight back, and the count will remain 1-2. This is the 3rd game that the Miners and Chinooks have played. A little lighter on the games played side, as we've faced off against the Oilers and Bucks and Pilots multiple times, as the 1-2 pitch is fouled down the right field line, out of play. And so only the 3rd time tonight that they will be facing off, and they played early on the first game of the year and the 5th game of the year. They faced off against each other as the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So 2 up, 2 strikeouts for George Arias. J. Paul Fullerton now, as he is batting third for the Chinooks and DHing this ball game for them. Arias 2 up, 2 out on strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging, as the first pitch to Fullerton will miss outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. The ABL standings are looking like the Bucks are in first place by 2 games. They have the night off tonight, as the 1-0 pitch is popped into left field. Running back is Justin Kirby, and that will bounce off the wall in fair territory, so J. Paul Fullerton will be in there with a 2-out double. So a little 2-out magic for the Chinooks to get things going for them. First hit of the ball game, as Arias now has to deal with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. As I mentioned before, the Bucks have the night off. They're sitting at 16-7, and everyone is currently attacking to knock them out. The 2 teams in contention to knocking them out is your Matsu Miners and the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Arias steps in to Ethan English. First pitch to him, swung on and missed for strike 1. 0-1 is the count, as the Miners are 13-8 on the year. They're 2 games back from the Bucks. The Glacier Pilots are 13-9 and 2.5 games back to the Anchorage Bucks. Arias settles in, looks over at Fullerton at second. The 0-1 pitch is grounded over to Tanner Carlson at third. He'll throw over to first in time, and Ethan English is retired. So the Chinooks get 1 hit on no errors, 1 left stranded in the inning on no runs. So we go to the bottom half of the first inning, as we have a tied ball game at 0-0. Here we are in the bottom half of the first inning. Tied ball game at 0-0, as the Chinooks defensively are looking like Daniel Freeman in left, Brandon Cody in center, Hayden Keller in right. As we go to the diamond, Jake D'Amelio at third, Pate Fullerton at short, Patty McCormick at second, Ethan English at first, and the battery is looking like Joe Brazil behind the plate, and Zach Sundine is pitching for the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. Eric Webb will look to get things going for the Miners, as he's leading off to start off the bottom half of the first inning. He steps in the right-handed batter's box and is ready to go. Zach Sundine kicks and deals the first pitch to him, and it's in there for a called strike 1. Webb is leading the Miners so far on the year in average with a .344 average, as Sundine with the 0-1 will miss outside for ball 1. The count leaving at 1-1. The rest of the Miners lineup is looking like Kobe Boulware is batting second, Justin Kirby batting third, and the 1-1 pitch is fouled straight back, and the count will go to 1-2. Aaron Walters is in the cleanup position, batting designated hitter on the night. Cody Huff to follow him. Drew Williamson after that. Sam Thompson batting sixth. The 1-2 pitch is lined into right center field. Looks like that is going off the wall, and Eric Webb will round first for second and will be in there with a stand-up double. So in recent games, the Miners have been getting off early and been really attacking hitters early on, really working the counts. And it looks like they're off to that early on the night as well. Kobe Boulware to step up to the plate, and the rest of the lineup for the Miners. Batting seventh is Sam Thompson. Eighth is Ricky Martinez, and rounding out the order is Tanner Carlson batting ninth. So Kobe Boulware to get things going here with a 2.73 ERA. Excuse me, batting average. As the first pitch to him goes. Miners in the outfield, Justin Kirby, Kobe Boulware. 1-0 is the count. Webb gets his lead off of second. Sundine looks over, takes the 1-0 pitch, and will miss outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. Eric Webb is at second. So Miners threatening early here. Sundine gets his sign ready at the belt, and Kobe Boulware will call time behind home plate. And Brandon, fun fact for Kobe Boulware, his dad actually was a Miner back in 1992 and is the first father-son duo to ever be on the Miners. The 2-0 pitch will miss in the dirt, and the count will go to 3-0. So the first time ever that a father handed down his old time as a Miner player to pass it on to his son here in 2019. Pretty special for him, as he's recently been added to the lineup. Sundine ready. The 3-0 pitch will be in there for a called strike, but a misplay by Joe Brazil behind the plate will move Webb over to third, as it was looked to me like a fastball pretty much right down the middle, and he just was unable to make that catch. The 3-1 pitch will run inside for ball 4. It gets away from Joe Brazil, but Webb will stay at third, as Kobe Boulware is over at first now on the walk. And Boulware is a threat to steal, as already in 3 games played, he has had 2 stolen bases, so he is a threat on the base path for sure, as he gets his lead over at first. Webb over at third. Miners looking to score early here with Justin Kirby up at the plate. Sundine gets ready, looks over at first. The first pitch to Kirby will miss for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Brandon, if you're the Miners right here, what's kind of the game plan you got to go for?
Well, if I'm Boulware, I'm continuing to be aggressive on the base pass here. Try to get 2 runners in scoring position. Got a great hitter in Justin Kirby at the plate. Just wait for your pitch. Plenty of green out there, so drive it. Just be patient. You know, Sundine just walked the last batter, so make him throw you one and just swing away.
As Sundine will throw over to first to keep Boulware honest. 1-0 count to Justin Kirby. And they try to pick him off, but Boulware is running. The throw to second will not be in time, as Boulware is in there safely on the stolen base. So Sundine caught Boulware stealing, was able to throw back to first while Boulware was running to second. But Boulware, with his speed, was able to sprint to second in time and beat the throw over, as there's now runners in second and third with no outs, and a 1-0 count to Justin Kirby. The 1-0 pitch will miss outside for ball 2, so the count will go in favor of Justin Kirby right now with a 2-0 count. Sundine started for the Chinooks on opening day against the Miners, where he went 2 innings pitched with 2 earned runs. The 2-0 pitch to Kirby is in there for a called strike one. 2-1 is the count now. On the season, he's 0-2 with a 2.88 ERA in 5 games played and 4 games started. As he settles in for the 2-1 pitch, and that will miss in the dirt for ball 3. Good stop by Brazil at the plate. On the season, he has 27 strikeouts to 8 walks, as he has pitched 25 total innings on the season. 3 balls, 1 strike to Justin Kirby at the plate. The 3-1 pitch is grounded to Pate Fullerton at short. He'll throw over to first in time for out number 1, but Eric Webb will score. So an RBI ground out by Justin Kirby will get the job done for the game's first run. And it will move Boulware over to third. So 1 out runner at third for Aaron Walters at the plate. Walters also a .273 hitter for the Miners so far on the year. Miners hold a 1-0 lead right now as the 2-0 pitch is popped up to center. It is Pate Fullerton at short. He calls off left fielder Daniel Freeman and make the catch. And not deep enough to score Boulware at third. So he'll stay put there at third. Walters is out on a pop-up to short. And that'll bring up Cody Huff. First pitch to Huff will be outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. The 1-0 pitch is grounded to short. Pate Fullerton to throw to first is and unable to make the catch at first is Ethan English. So Huff at first will score a run on that play. And Boulware will score from third. So the Miners up on to 2-0 now on that play. No official scoring yet on if that was an error or not. And it appears they're going to mark it down as an infield hit, as the first pitch to Drew Williamson will miss outside for ball 1. So a good hard grounder there in between short and third for Cody Huff, able to beat the throw at first, as Ethan English was unable to make the catch over there. We'll mark it down as a hit, and the count will go to 2-0 to Drew Williamson at the plate. Williamson, a .254 hitter for the Miners, as Sundine will throw over to first, but not in time as Huff is back in time. Huff a threat to steal, stole 1 base so far on the year. The 2-0 pitch is lined up high to left field. Should be high enough for Daniel Freeman to make the catch, and he will for out number 3. So the Miners strike first in this ball game, going up 2-0 to the Chinooks on 2 hits. And they will leave 1 on no errors as they score 2. We go to the top of the second. Miners lead this one 2-0. Top of the second now, as the Miners lead this one 2-0, as they strike early once again in this ball game, as they lead the Chinooks by 2. Arias on the mound will kick and deal the first pitch to Daniel Freeman at the plate for ball 1. That'll just miss upstairs and out of the zone for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. And got him swinging on the 1-0 pitch, and the count leaving at 1-1. So Arias really working hard here, really making batters work for what they have, as the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed again for the count to go to 1-2. A lot of swing and misses and a lot of called strikes. That's what you love to see early on from a pitcher. The 1-2 pitch is popped up, and that will go out of play down the right field side and will be a souvenir for a fan here at Herman Brothers Field. Beautiful night for a ball game, as fans are starting to settle in down the first and third base side and right under us, as the 1-2 pitch is grounded right back to Arias. He'll make the play, run over to first, underhanded to Williamson for out number 1. No official attendance yet, but it is Fred Meyer night here at the ballpark. A lot of giveaways and a lot of fun for people of all ages, as Brandon Cody will step up to the plate. And Arias will toe the mound to see if what he can do here, as the first pitch to Cody is a curveball and will miss inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Arias ready, working fast. The 1-0 pitch will miss high for ball 2. And Brandon, this might be like the first batter of the night that has gone ahead in the count by this many balls.
And sometimes you can rush a little bit as a pitcher, when you're in a rhythm. You just want to keep working, if something's clicking, just keep going and going. You see good move there by Arias just to kind of step off, take a deep breath, and recollect himself, as a 2-0 swing and a miss right there. See, works to perfection.
And he has been working very well so far through 1 1/3 innings. Arias ready, looks down at the plate. The 2-1 pitch will miss high for ball 3. So it goes to a hitter's count to Cody at the plate, and we'll go to a 3-1 count. The 3-1 pitch to him will miss low for ball 4. So first walk for Arias tonight, as Cody will take first, which will bring up Jack D'Amelio. D'Amelio is batting .261 on the season in 8 games played. He looks to possibly continue things here in the top of the second inning with a man on first. The Chinooks down by 2, so they're going to have to work here to get that back. Arias with a 2-0 lead. First pitch will run inside to D'Amelio for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, as Cody takes his lead over at first. Arias will look over, gets his sign, likes what he sees. The 1-0 pitch is grounded to short to Martinez. This could be 2. The throw to second for 1. And we'll throw over to first in time for a 6-4-3 double play to get the Miners out of the inning. So no hits, no errors, no one left on, and no runs come across the plate in the top of the second. As we go to the bottom half of the second inning, Miners lead this one 2-0. Sam Thompson to get the Miners going here in the bottom half of the second inning. Miners lead this one 2-0 if you're just now joining us, as Zach Sundine is on the mound. The first pitch to Thompson is in there for a called strike one. Good to see Thompson back. He was out for a couple of games there due to injury, but good to see him back tonight catching as he is healthy now. As the 0-1 pitch to Thompson will miss in the dirt, and the count will even up at 1-1. Just a friendly reminder, if your car needs a new taillight or just any sort of nut, bolt, or screw, be sure to visit the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. As the 1-1 pitch will miss in the dirt for ball two, and the count will go to 2-1 to Thompson. Thompson currently batting 194 on the year as he lines that down the third base side just foul, and the count will even at 2-2. Batting 194 on the year in 11 games played, as he will re-step in to the batter's box with a 2-2 count. Sundine on the mound, kicks and deals the 2-2 pitch. That is popped up out of play, and the count will remain 2-2. Thompson steps into the batter's box, gets ready. Sundine ready with the 2-2, and will miss inside for ball three, and the count will go full here. And Brandon, if you're Sam Thompson right now, what's the pitcher looking for? 3-2.
Well, 3-2. I mean, Sundine just trying to gain some of his control here. Was a bit wild in the first inning. Walked one batter, ran a couple of counts full as a 3-2 in the dirt for strike three. Drop third down to first there. A good chase pitch there by Sundine on the breaking ball low in the zone for the strikeout for the first out of the inning.
So Thompson is down on strikes for the first out. Bringing up Ricky Martinez. Martinez batting 128 on the year for the Miners. Will step in today at short. The first pitch to him will miss for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to him. Martinez is out of Baylor University. The 1-0 pitch to him will be in there for a called strike one. The 1-1 pitch grounded, foul, and the count will go to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Miners lead this one 2-0. As Sundine on the mound, the 1-2 pitch will miss for ball 2, and the count will even at 2s. Carlson is on deck. Due up this inning, the 2-2 pitch is grounded to third baseman Jack D'Amelio. That'll go past him as Ricky Martinez will get a 1-out single on that one, as he'll start the inning off with 1 out. Tanner Carlson to follow. Carlson is batting a .204 on the year, as he looks to add some runs here for the Miners with a man on first. 1 out, and Carlson at the plate. Sundine, the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Sundine on the mound in his past 2 appearances, 2 straight losses as going into this ball game, as he faced off against the Pilots in both of those. As the 0-1 pitch will miss high for ball 1, the count will even up at 1-1. A combined 6 earned runs in both of those ball games, as Carlson steps in for the 1-1 pitch. Sundine ready at the belt, looks over to Martinez at first, and Sundine will throw back over there to make sure Martinez is not going anywhere. Martinez so far in the year, no stolen bases, but could do anything right now as Carlson swings and misses for strike 2. 1-2 is the count now. 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. The 1-2 pitch is grounded to short. Pate Fullerton throws to second in time for 1. The throw to first in time for a 6-4-3 double play. So in back-to-back half innings, the inning ends on a 6-4-3 double play as the Miners get 1 hit. No one left on no errors. No runs get across, but the Miners still hold the lead 2-0 going into the top of the third inning. Eight, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. The Chinooks are 6-15 on the year as they face off against the Miners that are 13-8 on the year. The Miners have a 7-game lead to the Chinooks, and the Miners are 2 games back out of first to the Bucks as the first pitch to 8-hitter Joe Brazil will hit the strike zone for a called strike 1. Arias 0-1 pitch. Batter checked his swing. No look over to first, so the count will even at 1-1. So no appeal there on the check swing. And the count will even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Arias so far pitching very effective. Only 1 hit through 2 innings and 1 walk. And that walk will soon be erased by a double play as the 1-2 pitch is fouled out of play for the count to even up, or for the count to remain 1-2, excuse me there. Arias retoes the mound. Looks into Thompson to get his sign. Kicks and deals the 1-2 pitch and pops him up. Center fielder Kobe Boulware under it and makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting for the Chinooks, shortstop Pate Fullerton.
Pate Fullerton now to see what he can do with 1 out here in the top of the third inning as Brazil flies out to center to start things off. Pate Fullerton is a 137 hitter in 17 games played as Arias on the mound ready, working fast, and the first pitch to Fullerton is in there for a called strike 1. Arias, the 0-1 pitch, will miss high for ball 1. 1-1 the count evens up here in the top of the third inning. It's been a cooler day so far in Palmer due to the recent heat wave. The 1-1 pitch is in there for a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out here in the top of the third inning. As Arias ready with the 1-2. Will miss low, and the count will leave at 2-2. So the heat wave struck Palmer for the last 2 to 3 days, kind of cooled off, as the 2-2 pitch will miss low for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out as the count goes full to Pate Fullerton. Umpire calls time for the hitter, as the temperature right now is 76 degrees here at Herman Brothers. The payoff pitch is fouled out of play, and the count will remain 3-2. As last night's game and the game 2 nights ago and the game before that were in the high 80s. So it's cooled off here, especially for Alaska with the humidity. The payoff pitch will miss outside for ball 4, giving Pate Fullerton first base. So second walk on the evening for George Arias. 1 out, and the top of the lineup for the Chinooks, Patty McCormick, is up at the plate. First time up, he struck out looking, as Arias looks over to first, kicks and deals the first pitch, runs inside, and will hit Patty McCormick. And he'll take first base on the hit by pitch. So Chinooks have runners at first and second here in the top of the 3rd inning. They are threatening to score and possibly inch back and tie this ball game up. Runners on first and second. Hayden Keller at the plate. He struck out in the 1st inning in his first plate appearance. The first pitch to him will run outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. McCormick at first, Fullerton at second, and J. Paul Fullerton on deck. Arias ready. Looks over at second. The 1-0 pitch will miss outside again. The count will go to 2-0.
And I'm surprised. Oh, right as I say. I'm surprised there. We haven't seen a mound visit yet. He's been struggling with his control, Arias has, in these past couple batters. And right as I say that, down 2-0 in the count here to Hayden Keller, pitching coach Jeff Erlab is headed out to the mound. And when we talked with him earlier in the day, interviewing him, he said he really just loves to try to redirect the players, you know. He said it's a little weird looking at the game from a coach's perspective now rather than as a player, but he really enjoys getting to teach the kids the fundamentals of the game, you know, to teach them about having that positive mindset and the ins and outs of playing everyday baseball.
Yeah, and it was a really good interview that we had with him. We also interviewed third base coach David Dennis, and you can get that interview on Facebook. We'll later upload that to YouTube for you guys to watch, but very good interviews on both coaches, as the 2-0 pitch will miss outside for the count to go to 3-0. And yeah, just to get their perspectives on the ball game from a coaching perspective. David Dennis had multiple years being a summer collegiate coach and also a college coach. Jeff Erlab played in the minors, so the 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike 1. So it was interesting to, you know, get their perspective on the games and really how passionate they are about helping kids develop at this level. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out to Hayden Keller. Arias looks to be ready. The 3-1 pitch will be in there for a called strike 2, so the count will go full to Keller. As Keller, batting on the year, a .282 average, leads the Chinooks as he steps in. Arias looks over at second. The payoff pitch will miss outside for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. So bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. All of these runners were put on a free pass. Pate Fullerton started it off with a walk, Patty McCormick was hit by pitch, and then Hayden Keller was awarded a walk in that at-bat. J. Paul Fullerton now to bat. The first pitch to him will be in there for a called strike one. Fullerton, so far on the day, is 1 for 1 with a double. He got things going in the first inning with 2 outs as he launched one to left field off the wall. The 0-1 pitch to him will miss inside, and the count will even at 1-1. Fullerton, a dangerous hitter, batting .212 on the year. 5 doubles. The 1-1 pitch will run inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bases loaded here in the top of the third inning. Chinooks threatening to try and take the lead or tie the ball game up. The 2-1 pitch is popped up, but that will go in to the fans as the count will even up at 2-2. Arias looks in, gets his sign from Sam Thompson. Appears to agree with the sign. The 2-2 pitch is grounded to first baseman Drew Williamson. He'll throw to second for the first out. Throw it back to first. Will not be in time as Williamson will get the out at second, but not the out at first, as the Chinooks will score a run to cut the lead for the Miners to only 1 as the Miners lead 2-1. So mark that up as a fielder's choice to J. Paul Fullerton, as Hayden Keller is out at second, but he'll stand at first. Pate Fullerton to score. The first pitch to Ethan English is in there for a called strike one, and Patty McCormick will move to third. 1 ball, no strikes, runners at the corner. 2 outs in the top of the third. The 1-0 pitch is popped up out of play, and the count will even at 1-1. Chinooks already won across, and now threatening to tie the ball game up with a runner at third with 2 outs. A 1-1 count to English at the plate. Arias ready. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. So Fullerton faked the steal on that last pitch. Let's see what he's doing here with a 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch is lined to shortstop Ricky Martinez. He'll flip it over to Huff at second for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Miners keep their lead, but do give up 1 run on no hits. 2 runners will be left on there as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Miners lead this one 2-0. Here we are in the bottom half of the third inning. Chinooks score one in the top of the third. Miners up to bat here to see what their response is. As the top of the lineup, Eric Webb, to get things going. He doubled in the first inning as he is 1 for 1 on the day. We'll face off against Zach Sundine again as the count. The first pitch to him will miss in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Webb. Game tomorrow is against the Anchorage Bucks. You'll catch that here at YouTube Live. Also here at Herman Brothers Field at 7 p.m. as Sundine will kick and deal the 1-0 pitch. And that is hit in the left center field. In the air, though, should be a catch ball for Brandon Cody, and he'll make that catch for out number 1. So Webb is retired on a fly out to center, bringing up Kobe Bolware. And that game tomorrow is the Frontiersmen and 100.9 Country Legends night here, celebrating Special Olympians. Should be a special night here at Herman Brothers Field, so come out and watch a great ball game as the first pitch to Bolware will miss in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0's the count, and Sundine wasting no time with the 1-0 pitch will miss inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And if you want to catch some more Miners action, 100.9 from 7 to 8 on Mondays, you can catch me and Brandon on there as the 2-0 pitch will miss inside for ball 3. As we will discuss all the Miners action from the past week and the week to look forward, as the 3-0 pitch will be in there for a called strike 1. As we were just on there this morning to talk about some things, and it was a pretty fun experience. As the 3-1 pitch is grounded to Pate Fullerton at short, he'll throw to first and will be in time for out number 2.
And that was not a routine ground ball by any means. Pate Fullerton moving to his right, backhand stop in the hole, throws across his body against a very speedy Kobe Bolware, who's got some wheels down the line, and a good stretch of first base as well by Ethan English to complete the ground out.
Kirby now at the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the night, but has an RBI to his name as he grounded out in the first inning, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Kirby batting .272 on the year, 0 for 1 on the day. The 0-1 pitch to him will miss in the dirt for ball 1. Kirby now has 15 RBIs with the one he batted in the first inning. As he steps into the right-handed batter's box, the 1-1 pitch to him is grounded to short. Pate Fullerton makes the play, the throw to first in time for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Miners as the Chinooks set them down in order. As we go to the top of the 4th inning, Miners score 0 in the bottom of the 3rd, and we go to the top. Miners lead this one 2-1.
Leading off the inning for the Chinooks will be Daniel Freeman. As we're in the top of the fourth here at Herman Brothers Field, the Miners leading 2-1 over the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. Brandon Monty alongside Nick Veland as the 1-0 pitch to Freeman is popped to the right side, and that one will go foul and into the seats. So 1-1 now the count, nobody on and nobody down here to lead off this fourth inning. George Arias back out on the mound for the Miners in his 5th start of the year, as he's ready on the middle of the rubber, toes the slab, and the 1-1 on the way is a breaking pitch that's popped up about a mile high in the shallow center field. Out in the outfield grass is the shortstop, and he's under it. Ricky Martinez makes the catch for out number 1. So Daniel Freeman retired. 5, 6, 7 coming up for the Chinooks here in this top of the fourth, as Brandon Cody, the center fielder, stepping in for Chugiak. Brandon Cody on the year, .230 hitter, 1 for 11 over his last 5 games. As he steps back into the box, a native of Corona, California. First pitch to him is hit in the air, left side, in foul ground, drifting over to his right. Tanner Carlson, he's at the fence, leans over it, and it's into the stands. And look out over there, fans. Always got to be careful of those foul balls and keep your head in the game. They can also do some damage to your car, too, so you can always stop in and visit the fine folks of the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. If your car is unfortunately damaged by a baseball, they're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. 0-1 pitch on the way to Cody is a fastball that misses off the outside part of the plate for ball 1. Brandon Cody from Biola University, he tied for the team lead with 61 total bases during Pac West play, as the 1-1 pitch is in there for a called strike 2. Another fastball on the inside part of the plate. Waiting in the on-deck circle is third baseman Jack D'Amelio with catcher Joe Brazil to follow, as the 1-2 pitch paints the outside corner for strike 3. Beautiful locating there by George Arias for the punch-out. So 2 up, 2 down here, and a good recovery inning thus far for Arias after running into some trouble in the third with his control a bit, but he didn't have too many problems with his location there as he sets down Cody for out number 2. Coming up to bat, the third baseman Jack D'Amelio. Arias working quickly now from the windup. First pitch to him, a breaking ball. Beautiful slider there, paints the inside corner for a called strike 1. Arias 1-2 on the year, 5.79 ERA in 18 2/3 innings of work coming into this start. As he's working now, the 0-1 pitch to D'Amelio, again painting that outside corner, and Arias has lived there in this top of the fourth inning. And you got to give what the umpire gives you, take what the umpire gives you for that matter. As D'Amelio digs back in quickly down 0-2. Arias looking to finish him off. The 0-2 on the way. Paints the outside corner for a called strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night as he sets down D'Amelio on 3 straight pitches for the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Chinooks in the top of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth coming up here at Herman Brothers Field. Miners coming to bat up 2-1. Heart of the order coming up for the Matsu Miners here in the bottom half of inning number 4. Aaron Walters is coming to bat, the left-handed hitter from Kerrville, Texas. By way of Texas A&M steps in. Following him will be Cody Huff, and then Drew Williamson in the hole. Zach Sundine, the left-hander, back out on the mound, working from the windup. The first pitch on its way is low for ball 1. Sundine with the over-the-head delivery brings his glove over the cap. I have yet to see that delivery this year, a unique one, as the 1-0 pitch to Walters waved at and missed for a strike. 1-1 now the count to the Miners cleanup hitter. So far on the day, Walters has popped out to the shortstop. That was his first time aboard. Enters today on a 5-game hit streak, 2 doubles in his last contest as he lifts one in foul ground out towards left field, and it'll drift over towards the Chinooks bullpen in the left field corner. So 1-2 now the count. Nobody on, nobody down here to start this bottom of the 4th. Miners 2, Chinooks 1, as the Valley's finest look to creep a little bit closer towards that first spot in the Alaska Baseball League, entering today's ballgame 13-8, 2 games out of the first place Anchorage Bucks, who are 16-7, as the 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball that breaks a little too far outside for ball 2. So 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Aaron Walters. Lefty on lefty matchup here to start the bottom of the 4th, as Walters lifts one foul to the left side, and this one will get out of play into the seats. 2-2 once again the count. Sundine steps back out on the mound, 0-2 on the year with a 2.88 ERA and 25 innings of work, as the 2-2 on its way, a breaking ball that misses a little bit inside as he tried to get the backdoor action on it but couldn't quite get enough bite on the slider. 3-2 now the count. Sundine has lost his last 2 starts, currently behind in this one. 3-2 pitch on the way is lined hard to right field. Charging in is the right fielder, and Hayden Keller's not going to get this one as he dove, put some effort into it, but couldn't quite snag that one as it fell right at his shoes there, and Aaron Walters leads off the inning with a single. So Aaron Walters, a 6-game hit streak now on the season, has hit in 8 of his last 9 games, and he reaches first here to start the bottom half of the 4th. Cody Huff steps in, number 17 for the Miners this year, an even 300 hitter. He's been pretty productive so far up here in Palmer as he steps into the right-handed batter's box. Sundine working from the stretch. First pitch, fastball misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Sundine is tied for first in the Alaska Baseball League in both strikeouts and innings pitched. He's got his money's worth on the mound this year, getting plenty of work as the 1-0 pitch is fouled to the right side by Huff, and that one will drift out of play into the seats. 1-1 the count, runner on first, nobody down. Miners 2, Chinooks 1. Chinooks 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors. Miners 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. The Miners scoring both their runs in this one in the bottom of the 1st. Sundine working from the stretch gives Walters a couple of looks as the 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball that misses in the dirt for ball 2. Trying to get Huff to chase, but he would not oblige there. So 2-1 now the count. Chinooks have lost 4 consecutive games entering this one, and they're just coming off an 8-game homestand in which they dropped 6 of those contests as Huff grounds one over to third. Third baseman up with it, throws to second for 1, back to first. A twin killing there, 5-4-3 on the double play. D'Amelio to McCormick to English. A good turn there by the Chinooks infield, and there's 2 down. And it didn't help either, Nick, that D'Amelio was playing up on the infield grass either, and he got a pretty good jump on that ball. Good read by the third baseman there. So nobody down. 2 outs now after the double play. Drew Williamson steps in. Lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch to the Alabama Crimson Tide first baseman. Misses upstairs for ball 1. Williamson flew out to left field his first time around, getting his second crack at it here. Sundine working quickly as the 1-0 pitch, a fastball that goes by Williamson. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. The Chinooks have not scored first in each of their last 5 contests and make it 6 today. As the Miners striking first early, they hold a 2-1 lead. 1-1 pitch on the way to Williamson, a breaking ball just below the knees for ball 2. Sundine just finished his junior year at Metro State, an Aurora, Colorado native, as he deals 2-1 here, and Williamson fouls it off to the left side, and that one will get out of play and head over towards the Alaska State Fair property. 2-2 the count, nobody on. 2 outs. Miners leading 2-1. Drew Williamson at the dish. Enters today a .254 hitter as he awaits the 2-2, and he grounds it over to second base. Up with it is Patty McCormick, throws over to first, and the side is retired. Miners get a man on, but it's quickly erased by the double play as they go 1-2-3. We're through 4 innings here at Herman Brothers Field with the Valley's finest holding a 2-1 lead. (8-9-1) coming up for John Gross, Chugiak, Eagle River Chinooks here in the top half of inning number 5 as they trail the Matsu Miners 2-1. Brazil digging in from the right-handed batter's box. George Arias back on the mound as his first pitch to Brazil just misses off the outside corner for a ball with the heater. 1-0 the count. George Arias in his last outing went 5 innings, giving up 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, 7 punch-outs against the Anchorage Bucks as the 1-0 pitch grounded over to second. Cody Huff corrals it, flips it over to Drew Williamson in plenty of time for out number 1. 4-3 if you're keeping score at home there on the groundout. So 2 pitches, 1 out for George Arias to start the top half of inning number 5. And coming up is the 9th hitting shortstop Pate Fullerton, who reached base on a base on balls in his last time around. That was his 12th walk of the season. Still no at-bats here in this ball game for the Searcy, Arkansas native. He digs into the left-handed batter's box. Arias ready. First pitch on the way is a fastball at the knees for a called strike 1. George Arias, a 34th round draft pick by the San Diego Padres in 2018. Goes into his windup, a 1 pitch on the way, runs inside, nearly gets Fullerton as the count moves to even now 1-1. Arias' father was a professional baseball player in the major leagues for the Padres and the Angels in the late 1990s as the 1-1 pitch to Fullerton is lofted out towards short left field, and it's going to one-hop in front of Justin Kirby for a base hit. So for the second straight time, Pate Fullerton is aboard here, this time on a lofted single right in front of the feet of Justin Kirby there. That was a tough read for him to make as that ball was put in no man's land between the shortstop and the left fielder. So Fullerton reaches base. He now has 3 hits in his last 3 games. Runner on first, 1 out, and the Miners still leading 2-1. Tying run over at first. We're back to the top of the order with Patty McCormick, the second baseman. Arias now working from the stretch, comes set at the belt. First pitch to McCormick. It's a bunt as it's hit hard down the first base line and foul. So 0-1 now the count. McCormick struggling at the dish this year, 4 for 32 on the year. He did have 2 RBIs in his last game, however, against the Anchorage Bucks back on June 27th. Got his first collegiate hit at Northern Illinois back on February 23rd. The 0-1 pitch to McCormick is in the dirt for ball 1, so even count now, 1-1. Opponents hitting .282 against George Arias this season. 20 hits, 12 runs, all of them earned. 22 punch-outs, 8 walks. Another good crowd on tap here tonight to witness some Alaska Baseball League action as Arias throws over to first to keep Pate Fullerton in check. Fullerton 2 for 2 on the year in stolen bases, 19 for 24 this past year, his freshman year at Jefferson College. Fullerton gets another healthy lead, about 3 steps at first. Arias from the stretch. Fullerton goes, pitch misses inside. The throw down to second is not in time. So Fullerton just beats the throw. A good throw down to second by Thompson. Huff applied the tag, but Fullerton just beat it out. The 3rd stolen base on the year for the Chinooks shortstop, and the 34th in 42 tries for the Chinooks this year. They are first in the Alaska Baseball League as a team in stolen bases. So Chinooks have a runner in scoring position as Fullerton is now standing on second. 1 out, 2 and 1 the count. Arias working from the left side of the rubber. Deals from the stretch 2-1. It is popped up back behind home plate. Thompson takes a couple steps at it, but this one will be foul into the stands. 2-2 is the count. First game of the month of July for both the Miners and the Chinooks. This game will also mark the end of the first half of the season for both teams. It's game number 22 for both squads in this 44-game regular season. 3rd meeting between the two teams this year, a rubber match from the first 2 as they split the first 2 contests. Chinooks took the opening day matchup 10-2. The worst loss of the season still for the Miners. The Miners took a road game, however, on June 11th against the Chinooks, 12-4. Both games have been decided by 8 runs. 2-2 on the way is waved at a miss for strike 3, but it's a drop third as it gets to the backstop, so McCormick gets to first, and Fullerton moves up to third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. And Nick, it's always tough to strike a guy out but still lose him as a base runner.
Yeah, and that's tough too because Arias been pitching very well. He's been very effective, and these past couple at-bats, he's been getting ahead in the counts. He's been really working his stuff, and then he worked his stuff perfectly there. It just, that last one got away, and what would have been 2 outs with a man at second is now 1 out with runners at the corner. It's a lot more difficult situation for Arias now. We'll see how he attacks it, though.
If there is a positive for the Miners, the double play is back in order here with runners at the corners. Middle infield in double play depth. First pitch is lifted out to left by Hayden Keller. Kirby is underneath it, makes the catch. The runner will tag from third. He'll try to score. The throw is cut off by Tanner Carlson as Fullerton slides in safe at home, and this ball game is tied. Sacrifice fly for Hayden Keller as Keller picks up RBI number 13 on the season on a first pitch flyout, and this ball game tied now 2-2 here in the top half of inning number 5. Runner on first base, 2 outs, and coming up is the DH, J. Paul Fullerton. Fullerton, one of 2 Chinooks hits on the evening as he doubled off the left field wall back in the first inning. First pitch to him on the way is lined back up the middle, and that one's going to get through for a base hit. So a C&I single there, a line drive back up the middle. Fullerton picks up his 2nd hit of the evening. So first and second now, 2 outs. Arias will still be focusing on just trying to get the batter here and get out of this inning. It won't be easy, though, with the Chinooks cleanup hitter Ethan English coming up to bat. English, a .246 hitter. 16 runs scored, 8 RBIs, 5 doubles, 2 homers, a league-leading 26 strikeouts. He's been punched out in each of his last 5 games and struck out 14 times in the first 8 games of this season. So an all-or-nothing hitter at the dish. When he makes contact, that ball is hit hard. Make no mistake about it. As pitching coach Jeff Erlab goes out to have a word with his pitcher George Arias along with the rest of the infield, Nick. An even ball game as usual. These Chinooks showing a lot of fight as they usually do.
Yeah, and runners at first and second now. And man Ethan English at the plate. He grounded out twice in this ball game. If I'm Arias right now, just continue working with the stuff you pitched in that first and third inning and just try to make it work. And the Miners bullpen looking like they're starting to warm up a relief pitcher now as it goes to the top of the 5th inning. 2 outs. Let's see what Arias can do here.
Let's see if Arias can work his way out of a jam, as the first pitch to Ethan English waved at and missed as he chased a breaking ball in the dirt there for strike one. English tied for the team lead with the Chinooks in home runs. They have 5 of them as a team, 2 of which belong to the Jeffersonville, Indiana native, as the 0-1 is swung on and missed again. Another good breaking ball below the knees, getting English to chase there. And that's always what you want to do as a pitcher. You don't always want to throw it in the strike zone, just maybe looking like it's in the zone to get guys to chase. And Arias a fantastic job of doing that in the first 2 pitches of this at-bat. We'll see if he can finish him off here. 0-2, 2 runners on, 2 outs, the pitch on its way. Ring him up! Strike 3 called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Arias sets down English on 3 straight for the 3rd out of the inning, but the Chinooks tie the game in the top of the 5th on a sacrifice fly from Hayden Keller. Miners coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th. We're tied at 2. Miners coming to bat in the bottom of inning number 5, and they are tied with the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks 2-2 as the Valley's finest stepping into the batter's box. 7-8-9 due up for Tyler LeBrun's squad here. Zach Sundine still on the mound as the first pitch to Thompson is chopped over towards short, and it eats up Pate Fullerton. A tricky bounce there for the shortstop. We'll see how that one is scored. That was going to be a tough play. Fullerton got a decent jump on the ball, and I think they're going to give the shortstop an error there. It was a weird hop, but still a relatively routine ground ball. But nonetheless, the Miners have a base runner to start the bottom of the 5th, and Ricky Martinez is coming to bat. Martinez digs in. He's already singled in this one. 1 for 1 on the day. Sundine working from the stretch. First pitch is a bunt down the first base line. It's corralled by Sundine. Throws over to first, just beats Martinez, but he does his job there, moving Thompson into scoring position. Good execution on the sacrifice bunt from the Miners shortstop. So runner at second, 1 out, and Tanner Carlson, the number 9 hitting third baseman, is coming to bat. Carlson stepping into the right-handed batter's box. He gets his sign from first base coach Jeff Verlab, who, when we talked to him earlier today, Nick, his shining moment, if you will, of his baseball career, he said one of the coolest moments of his career as Carlson pops the first pitch up foul and out of play was picking off Mookie Betts and Tyler Naquin in rapid succession in a single game. I don't think too many pitchers in their day have been able to achieve such a feat.
No, and that's what's impressive about him. And he has the experience that he's been coaching to these minors that just helps the minors out incredibly. And he's so passionate about the game of baseball, which that's what I took away from that interview you had with him, just how passionate he is about this game, whether he played it or he's coaching it now, just the effect that he has on players as well.
I took away that he picked off an MVP.
That's
Not too many people can say that.
That's
so,
also true.
Erlab worked his way through the high parts of the minors. A pretty successful baseball career, both playing and coaching, as the 0-1 to Carlson misses low for a ball, 1-1. And you can just see the whole culture of this minors organization. Everyone is just so invested at all parts, all levels. It's really just a lot of moving parts that work very well together, especially the coaching staff. They are very invested in this team and its players. Runner on second with one down. The pitch to Carlson is hit in the air out to center field. Underneath it is the center fielder. Running in is Brandon Cody. He makes the catch, and that will not be deep enough for Sam Thompson to tag up to third base. So he stays at second. 2 down now, and it's back to the top of the order with Eric Webb.
Now batting for the Miners, make some noise for your right fielder, Eric Webb.
Webb led off the bottom of the first with a double and eventually came around to score one of the 2 Miners runs in this ball game. They have not scored, however, since that bottom of the first inning. Looking to change that here. Webb digging in 18 RBIs on the year. That leads the Miners. Digs into the right-handed batter's box. First pitch on the way is hit in the air out towards shallow right. This one is going to drift into foul ground, and a dive from second baseman Patty McCormick, and he could not get it. That was going to be a tough play. That ball hit out to no man's land in shallow right and foul ground. Nobody really had much of a play on it. First baseman Ethan English was retreating and really didn't have a good read on it. He would have had to made a Willie Mays basket catch there over his head. Patty McCormick had to cover a lot of ground just to get out there. It was right to the right of the right field foul line.
And that's what we've seen so far here at Herman Brothers Field. That's kind of like that Bermuda Triangle, just in between first, second, and the right fielder, that has been giving defensive players such a hard time.
There's a lot of outfield grass out there, a lot of ground to cover as these players are slowly figuring out, as the 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball that misses in the dirt and inside for ball 1. So an even count, 1-1. Sam Thompson still at second base, 2 outs. Eric Webb at the dish, a .344 hitter coming in. He is 1 for 2 on the day. He doubled and has flown out to center field. The Central Missouri Mule digs into the box. Sundine working from the stretch gives Thompson a look as the 1-1 pitch again missing in the dirt, but another good block by Joe Brazil behind the dish. 2-1 is now the count. Eric Webb's been pretty disciplined at the plate over his last 4 games. 4 walks in his last 4 contests. He's hitless in his last 2. Only 4 games this year out of the 16 he's played has he gone hitless. 2-1 on the way to him is hit well out towards right center field, but tracking it to his left is Brandon Cody. He makes the catch in the gap for out number 3, and the side is retired. Miners leave 1 man on base in the bottom of the 5th. We're through 5 here at Herman Brothers Field, and the score is still tied 2-2, Chinooks Miners. Top of the 6th coming up when we come back. We've got a debut here tonight for the Matsu Miners. Coming out of the pen will be number 47, Tom Barnhouse out of Wichita State University, as his first pitch is on the way and misses inside for a ball to Daniel Freeman, who leads things off for the Chinooks in the 6th inning. 5-6-7 coming up for John Groth's Chinooks, as Barnhouse, working from the stretch, deals 1-0. It's a fastball that just misses off the inside part of the plate, so 2 close misses for the 6'3" right-hander coming out of the pen here. Barnhouse, in his junior year at Wichita State, just completed his 3rd year as a Shocker, as the 2-0 pitch this time catching the inside corner for a called strike 1. Barnhouse went 2-2 with a 4.72 ERA in 47 2/3 innings of work this past year for the Shockers. 13 appearances, 10 starts, as the 2-1 misses outside, 3-1, so hitters count now to Daniel Freeman, who leads the Chinooks with 13 RBIs. Opponents hit .254 against the 6'3" right-hander from Lansing, Kansas this past year, as the 3-1 misses inside for ball 4. So a 5-pitch walk to start his first outing, as Barnhouse allows a free pass. Daniel Freeman takes his base for the 10th time this year by way of a walk, as catcher Sam Thompson will go out to the mound and have a conversation with Barnhouse, and perhaps maybe straightening up some communication or sign mistakes or miscues on the mound is Thompson, just trying to clear things up. And you see that a lot here in the Alaska Baseball League. New guys coming in, a lot of adjustments need made.
Yeah, he arrived here yesterday, so he just met the team yesterday, still getting used to them and still getting used to the atmosphere of playing baseball in Alaska.
Center fielder Brandon Cody steps in. He signals bunt, pulls back, but it's a called strike anyway, as Thompson's snap throws down to first and Freeman dives back in safely. 0-1 now the count to the Chinooks center fielder wearing number 18. Comes into this game a .230 hitter, 12 RBIs. Hit .257 this past year at Biola University. Barnhouse still working from the stretch. 0-1 is on its way. It's chopped over to short. Up with it, Martinez over to second for one. Huff back over to first is not in time, as Cody's able to dig it out. So a fielder's choice there, 6-4, as it'll be the same situation, just with one out now, as coming up to bat is the 7th inning third baseman, Jack D'Amelio. D'Amelio grounded into a twin killing, and in his 2nd time aboard, he struck out looking. So not much of a day to speak of for the Chinooks third baseman thus far. He'll be looking to change that here, as Barnhouse looks to put a 0 on the board here for the Miners. First pitch to D'Amelio on the way, misses low for a ball, 1-0 the count. Barnhouse, a pretty hard thrower. His fastball hits the mid-90s, peaking at about 93 to 94 miles per hour. Also has a changeup and a curveball in his arsenal, as the 1-0 misses just below the knees, and a little bit of disagreement there from the Miner faithful. By the way, we have a record attendance in tonight's ball game. A crowd of over 1,200 strong in attendance tonight here at Herman Brothers, as a 2-0 pitch, runner goes. The throw down to second base is not in time, and the ball scoots into center field. But Cody not able to advance, as he picks up stolen base number 5 on the year in 6 attempts. 35 stolen bases in 43 tries for the Chinooks this year. Once their guys get on base, they are just about all threats to steal a bag. Cody proving that there, as he wills himself into scoring position. 2-0 count now. Runner at second, 1 out. Barnhouse deals. Misses away. 3-0 the count. No, ball 4, excuse me. The last pitch on the stolen base was a ball on the outside part of the plate. The scoreboard said ball 2, but it was ball 4 there. So another walk here for the right-hander in this top of the 6th. The Chinooks have 2 runners on and 1 man out, and pitching coach Jeff Erlab headed back out to the mound to have a word with Barnhouse here and try to settle him down, as the Miners will have to work their way out of trouble here again in this inning. 5 men left on base in this ball game for the Chinooks thus far. They've put these Miners pitchers in some tough spots over this ball game. The Miners staff struggling a bit with control in this game, Nick. A good amount of free passes allowed.
Yeah, we saw it from George Arias in that 3rd inning, but he was able to correct that fast in the 4th and 5th inning, as we're in the 6th now. New pitcher Tom Barnhouse, obviously first pitching time for the Miners, on that one. and he just needs to get used to this baseball league. It's a learning process. This is only halfway, so he's got a lot of baseball left and a lot of stuff to show us in these coming ball games. Let's see if he can get us out of this inning.
Second and first, one out. The batter is Joe Brazil as he looks at strike one. Thompson snap throws down to second base as Cody struts back in safely. And we've noticed throughout the year, Sam Thompson is not afraid to snap throw down to a base. Very aggressive in pursuing base runners as he is not hesitant to keep them honest on the base pass. So first and second still 0-1 count, one out. Game is still tied at 2. Barnhouse is ready. The 0-1 is chopped over to third. Corralled on a short hop by Carlson. Touches third for one. Back over to first, a double play. Beautiful defensive work there by Carlson. That was not an easy read. He gathered the short hop, stepped on the bag, and then had the presence of mind to throw across the diamond for out number 3, and the side is retired. Miners get out of a pickle in the top of the 6th, and now we'll see if they can take the lead with their offense in the bottom half. They are still tied at 2 with the Chinooks. Entering the bottom of the 6th here, and we've got a little non-baseball action out in the right field corner. Reliever Brett Irwin putting the moves on for these fans. Nick, have you ever been out to California? I know Brett's out there. Is that how they dance out there in California? I've never been out there.
I've been out there
He's putting out
once.
some good moves. He's established himself now as a fan favorite. Good move, popularity-wise, Brett.
I've never seen the Cupid Shuffle done when I was in California, but, I mean, he did a good job.
He did a very good job, as I'm sure the fans would agree with there. Hey, it's a record crowd tonight. You got to put on a show for the fans here. And judging by the volume of the audience, they were hyping him up there. He's putting on some good moves in the right field corner. Congratulations on the newfound popularity, Brett, as Kobe Boulware down in the count 0-1 on a first pitch foul ball and now takes an 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. You don't get this kind of atmosphere at other ballparks, Nick. You don't see players doing the Cupid Shuffle at other stadiums, do you?
No, I don't think I've ever been to a baseball game where the bullpen, one of the members of the bullpen just broke out doing the Cupid Shuffle. I know last year apparently there was that atmosphere where the bullpen did some dance moves.
They did some team rowing. They all sat down and did team rowing exercises. Good team chemistry builder as a 2-1 to Boulware misses inside for ball 3. I was never a part of any rituals like that in my playing days. I'm a little jealous personally. As the 3-1 on the way to Boulware misses for ball 4, so a 5-pitch walk to Kobe Boulware to start the bottom of the 6th as Miners get a base runner.
An intimidation factor by Brett Irwin. He basically scared the pitcher to give him a walk. I mean,
Great tactic. Excellent tactic there. I saw some Chinooks looking at him in the right field corner.
Would you be scared warming up while a man's doing the Cupid Shuffle out in right field?
I don't know if I'd be scared, confused. I'm not too sure.
It worked.
Yeah, I guess it did. Congratulations, Brent. It's doing a heck of a job out there. Heck of a job. As Justin Kirby digs in. Boulware at first base. Always a threat to steal a bag. First pitch to Kirby. Just misses off the outside corner for a ball. 1-0 the count. Zach Sundine now in his 6th inning of work. As Sundine steps back out onto the mound. Losing his last 2 starts. Going far in this one as Kirby hits a fly ball high in the air. Out to left field. Underneath it is Daniel Freeman, and he barely has to move as he makes the catch for out number 1, and Boulware stays put at first base. And Aaron Walters coming up to bat, and a left-handed hitting cleanup man for this Miners squad, a member of the 2018 Alaska Baseball League Championship team. Couldn't get enough, so he's back here in Palmer for another summer. Walters on the night is 1 for 2, a single and a pop out to the shortstop. Boulware gets a healthy lead from first as the first pitch to Walters tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 1. Chinooks pitching staff has struggled this year, especially in their last 7 games. They've allowed 5 runs or more, but the ace of the staff on the mound for Chugiak tonight, and Zach Sundine, as he throws over to first to keep Colby Boulware honest, who's 2 for 3 on the year in stolen bases thus far in 3 ball games. Walters digs back in, a .273 hitter entering this game. Had a season-high 3 hits against the Bucks back on June 24th. Sundine working from the right side of the rubber, kicks and deals from the stretch. It's a slider that misses off the outside part of the plate for ball 1. And Sundine taking a little longer of a walk off the mound after that one, as he tries to recollect himself here. Runner on first and 1 out. Still tied at 2 here. It's been a pitcher's duel, with Sundine still working strong here into the 6th against this Miners lineup as he throws back over to Boulware to keep him in check. Boulware a speedster on those base paths. He's been very aggressive thus far in his minor career. This is the first of 9 meetings between these 2 squads in the month of July, as they'll get real familiar with each other as Walters chops one over towards second. Patty McCormick extends, but he spins and tries to make the throw, and it goes over to the backstop. Boulware advances to third, Walters to second. McCormick fielded that one deep in the hole at second on the outfield grass, tried to make a rotating throw, but couldn't quite straighten it out as it goes to the right of first baseman Ethan English. And that allows Walters to get to second and Boulware to get to third on the error. Now, tough play there I would say an error on that one, as manager John Groth is headed out to the mound. There's currently nobody loosening up in the Chinooks bullpen in the left field corner, but a prime opportunity for the Miners to break this one open here in the bottom of the 6th. They've been held scoreless 4 innings in a row now, but they've got something going here, Nick.
Yeah, runners at second and third now with Cody Huff at the plate. He's the man for this job. Runners at second and third. He just needs to hit the ball as hard as possible. The infield will most likely be playing in this situation to keep the runner from coming in from third and to keep it in the infield as close as possible. So he's just trying to hit it as hard as possible for either the sacrifice fly or a hard ground ball to just sneak through this infield and score a run to give the Miners the lead here, and which will probably be a big run here, as it's looking to be a pitcher's duel for the rest of this ball game in the battle of both of their bullpens.
And a good analysis there, Nick, as the infield has moved in onto the grass. They are playing in. They'll try to corral a ground ball here and make a play at the plate. First pitch to Huff on its way, misses in the dirt for ball 1. And if you're Huff here, you don't want to force it. A lot of times guys in these situations, second and third, 1 out, they just try to make contact with it. You got to wait for your pitch and drive it. Don't just want to poke a ground ball on the infield, as the 1-0 misses in the dirt, gets to the backstop. Boulware's coming home, and he will score, and the Miners lead it. A wild pitch from Zach Sundine gets away from the catcher, Joe Brazil. Boulware comes in to score. Miners lead it 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. And in the process, Aaron Walters moves up another 90 feet to third, as he is just 90 feet away from scoring himself and making this a 2-run ball game. Huff digs back into the box. Up 2-0 in the count. Infield still playing in. 2-0 on its way is a fastball that catches the inside part of the plate for strike one. The Miners have scored at least 6 runs in each of their last 3 contests. The offense has been clicking as Huff grounds one over to third. Up with it is the third baseman, D'Amelio. He throws over to first in time for out number 2. So a big out there for the Chinooks as they try to limit the damage here in the 6th, as the ground ball not quite hard enough were placed in a spot where the Chinooks were unable to make a play on it, as D'Amelio able to snag that one. Gave Walters a look at third as Williamson steps back in and takes a first pitch ball, and the breaking pitch off the outside corner. Miners looking for their 8th straight win here at Herman Brothers Field. They dropped 3 out of 4 to start the season, including one against the Chinooks. 1-0 pitch on the way to Williamson, hit hard toward first, but Ethan English snags it on a tough hop, steps on the bag for out number 3, and the side is retired. But the Miners take the lead in the bottom of the 6th on a wild pitch that allows Kobe Boulware to score. I'll hand it back over to Nick Veland for the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. This has been Brandon Monty broadcasting you Matsu Miners baseball on YouTube Live all season long. Miners will look to put the finishing touches on win number 14 on the year. Close ball game here at Herman Brothers Field. New pitcher coming on for the Miners. We'll tell you who he is when we come back.
And here we are in the top of the 7th inning. Miners lead this one 3-2. Owen Lamont will get the call to put his relief in pitching here in the top of the 7th inning. He has played in 9 games for the Miners in 8 innings pitched with a 3.38 ERA. He has been a very consistent reliever for the Miners, and we'll see what he can do as he will face off against the 9, 1, and 2 hitters for the Chinooks. Miners took the lead in the bottom half of the 6th inning as Kobe Bullhouse will score on a pass ball, as a grounder to second baseman Cody Huff will go down as an error as he was unable to make that play. So the Chinooks will get a leadoff runner on the error. And that's pretty costly for the Miners here, as that will be their first error of the ball game. And what looked to be like a routine ground out has turned into a leadoff man aboard, as Lamont looks over to Fullerton at first. Up against Patty McCormick, as Lamont will as we had a pitch hitter situation there. Mason Corbett stepped in for Patty McCormick and reached first on that play. Excuse me, it was put out at first, but the runner will move to second on the sacrifice bunt. So he was able to get the bunt down, throw over to first in time, and able to move the runner to second. That run represents the tying run in this ball game here in the top of the 7th inning. Hayden Keller to get things going for the Chinooks. He is 0 for 1 on the night, as the first pitch to him is a called ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Hayden Keller. Lamont gets his sign, looks over at second. The 1-0 pitch is a little looper down the third base line. Running over is Tanner Carlson, and it will make the catch. Carlson had to cover a lot of ground there to get that second out, but a big out at that as he runs over and makes the over-the-shoulder catch, fighting off the sun for the second out of the inning. Bringing up J. Paul Fullerton. Fullerton has been seeing the ball well tonight, as he is 2 for 3 with a single and a double, as well as a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. Fullerton at the plate. The first pitch to him is a little looper down the third base line, but that will go out of play for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Fullerton, 2 outs with a man on second, as the Miners lead this one 3-2 in the top of the 7th. The Miners have 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 error to the Chinooks 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors. Lamont shakes the first sign off, likes the second one, and we'll look over at second. Get ready for the 0-1. Runner faked, went to third, and will stop halfway through and return to second, as that will be a called strike 2. So Fullerton's down the count now, 0-2, as Lamont will look to get out of this inning. Shakes the first one off. Will like the second one. He's ready at the belt. No balls, 2 strikes to Fullerton. The windup and the pitch will miss outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to J. Paul Fullerton. Fullerton batting .212 on the year. Has appeared in 21 of the 22 Chinooks games, as he's been a starter for them and a dependent one, as the 1-2 pitch is lined into center field. That will drop. Eric Webb will field it and throw it in, but the run will score to tie this ball game up, as Pate Fullerton comes around to score, and the ball game is tied at 3. So Fullerton now 3 for 4 on the ball game and seeing the ball really well for the Chinooks, as Ethan English steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout and 2 groundouts, as Lamont will look to get out of this inning with no more damage. Tie ball game now 3-3. The first pitch to English runs inside for ball 1.
And that run will be unearned because of the leadoff batter reaching on an error.
So an unearned run to Lamont. The 1-0 pitch will be fouled for strike 1. The count will even at 1-1. Record crowd for the season, 1,207 on tap here tonight at Herman Brothers, as the 1-1 pitch is in there for a called strike 2, as they are currently watching a great battle between the Chinooks and the Miners. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Ethan English. Owen Lamont is ready at the belt. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3 and out number 3. So the Chinooks are able to get one across there in the top of the 7th. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, it's stretch time here at Herman Brothers Field, and we have a tie ball game at 3-3. And here we are in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Tie ball game at 3-3. Sam Thompson to lead things off for the Miners. Ricky Martinez on deck and Tanner Carlson in the hole, all due up in this inning. Zach Sundine still on the mound for the Chinooks. He's worked through 6 innings with 3 runs, 4 hits, as only 2 of those runs will be earned, as the 1 run in that pass inning will be unearned due to an error. As the first pitch to Thompson is in there for a called strike 1. Sundine shakes off the first sign he gets. Likes this one. The 0-1 pitch will miss low for ball 1. The count leaving up at 1-1. Sundine kind of shook that off. Thought that he had strike 2 on Thompson, but umpire says ball 1, and the count leaving at 1 apiece. The 1-1 pitch from Sundine is lined into left center. That's going to drop for a leadoff single to Thompson. As Thompson will go 1 for 3 on the night through 7 innings so far, as this is his first starting game since his injury. So good to see him make solid contact with that ball, as he will lead the inning off with a leadoff single. Ricky Martinez now to bat, 1 for 1 on the night with a sacrifice bunt in the 5th and a single in the 2nd. The first pitch to him, looks to bunt. He'll bunt it down the first base line, and that will trickle foul, and the count will go to 0-1. So Martinez was looking to possibly sacrifice bunt for the 2nd time in this ball game, and we see that a lot in the Alaska Baseball League. A lot of small ball, a lot of moving runners into scoring position at the cost of an out, just to try to get a run across due to all these close pitching battles. So they'll take what they can get as the count goes to 0-1. We'll see what Martinez does here. He showed bunt the first time. We'll see what he does this time. He does not show bunt, and that ball will miss outside for ball 1. 1-1 is the count now.
Same scenario as the 5th inning for the Miners. Sam Thompson leads off getting on base, this time on a single rather than an error, but Martinez not showing bunt here. We'll see what he decides to do if they take the same approach with the sacrifice bunt this time.
1-1 pitch runs inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Martinez. Martinez, a 128 hitter coming into this ball game, as Sundine looks over at Thompson at first. The 2-1 pitch is grounded straight to third baseman Zach Domino. The throw to second for 1. The throw to first will get past Ethan English, as Martinez will take second on the throwing error, as will look to be another double play, another costly double play for the Miners, will move Martinez into scoring position. So that does pretty much what a sacrifice bunt would have done, except this time it goes down as a fielder's choice that will move him over on an error, as Martinez is now standing at second.
And that's the 4th error now combined between these teams. And now both second basemen have made an error here in these past half innings as Zach Sundine's night comes to a close. And he's pitched a beauty, Nick, a good outing for him as he's recovering from 2 pretty rough starts his last 2 contests. He was the losing pitcher in each of his last 2 appearances. Comes out here with a runner at first, 1 out. Finishes the night 3 runs allowed, 5 hits. Defense not really doing him a lot of favors. 3 errors in this ball game, as we'll see a right-handed reliever for the Chinooks.
And we'll have more information on him when we come back after this short break. Few substitutions now in this ball game. So Tyler Auclair will toe the mound for the Chinooks in this inning, as he has been in for 5 appearances as a Chinook. He started 3 of them in 17 innings of pitched with a 4.77 ERA. And now coming in for Tanner Carlson is Tyler Porter, so he'll get in that bat here with a runner in scoring position and see what he can do. Porter, 179 hitter on the year. 1 out, man at second in a tie 3-3 ball game. First pitch to him is a called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Porter at the plate. Tyler Auclair has 1 loss and 2 losses to 1 win on the year. Excuse me. As the count will go to 0-1 to Porter at the plate. Auclair ready. The 0-1 pitch will miss outside for ball 1. And we have 1s on the board here at the bottom half of the 7th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out to Tyler Porter at the plate. Auclair is ready at the belt. Looks over at second. The 1-1 pitch is fouled straight back. And the count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Auclair, a Calera, Alabama native, and attends University of Alabama, Birmingham in the fall and spring, as he has run the count to 1-2 to Tyler Porter at the plate. Lefty on righty matchup. Auclair looks at second. The 1-2 pitch is a little looper over the third baseman. He makes the leaping catch for out number 2.
And a tough read there for the third baseman for the Chinooks, Jack D'Amelio. It's another one of those balls that's in no man's land in The shallow outfield grass there was backpedaling. Didn't look like he had that great of a read on that ball, but was able to stick the glove up and make the play for the second out of the inning. Still a runner on second, though, and Eric Webb coming to the plate.
Eric Webb, back-to-back at-bats with a man on second. We'll see what he can do here as he's 1 for 3 on the night with a double and 2 flyouts to center field. Webb steps into the right-handed batter's box. The first pitch to him runs inside for ball 1, and the count will go to 1-0. Ricky Martinez over on second. Webb at the plate. Kobe Boulware on deck here with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Eau Claire, the pitch. Curveball misses inside for ball 2, as the count will go to 2-0 now. Webb, a .344 hitter coming into this ball game, as he had his 5th double on the season. In the first inning of the ball game, he later scored the first run for the Miners, as he has 1 of the 3. The 2-0 pitch will run inside on him, and the count will go to 3-0. So Webb way ahead in the count here. Do you give the hit sign to him in this situation, or do you
Only if
say
it's
take all the way?
Only if it's right down the middle. If you're going to swing on a 3-0 pitch, you better be hitting that ball hard and into the gap in the outfield or over the fence. Just wait for your pitch here. You're ahead in the count. Just wait for him to throw you a fat one.
Eau Claire ready at the belt. The 3-0 pitch will be in there for a called strike 1.
And not much you can do with that one there. Located very well on the outside part of the plate. So you'll lay that one off here. Still 2 strikes to work with. Just make him work and throw one over the plate.
Hitters count to Eric Webb. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs with a man on second. Tie ball game here in the bottom half of the 7th inning here at Herman Brothers Field. Tyler Eau Claire on the mound, ready at the belt. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2, so we have a full count now with 2 outs, as Webb swung and missed on that ball that was in the dirt. Good off-speed pitch there by Eau Claire to get Webb to swing and miss. Full count now, 2 outs, runner on second. Eau Claire ready, runner goes to third, and a curveball hit down the third base line that will go out of play for a foul ball, and the count will remain 3-2. Runner was going on that one, and if Webb were to get a walk in this situation, he is not guaranteed third. So Martinez a little risky on the base pass. We'll see if he'll do it again here with full count, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, and a tie ball game at 3 apiece. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, as Joe Brazil, excited on that one, spikes the baseball as the 3rd out of the inning for the Miners. So the Miners will leave a runner on second. As we go to the top of the 8th inning, we have a tie ball game here at Herman Brothers Field, as the Chinooks have 3, the Miners have 3. We'll have that 8th inning action coming up next.
batting for the Chinooks left fielder.
Top of the 8th inning now, as the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks and the Matsu Miners are tied at 3-3. The 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Chinooks, and we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Miners. Grant Sloan will toe the mound for the Miners. First pitch to Daniel Freeman is in there for a called strike one. Sloan out of Indiana University and is a native to Zionsville, Indiana. Will get his 8th appearance as a Miner. He's gone 7 innings pitched with a 7.71 ERA, as the 0-1 pitch will miss outside for ball 1. The count leaving at 1-1. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, as the count will move to 1-2. So Sloan ahead in the count to Daniel Freeman. 1 ball to 2 strikes. Freeman 0 for 2 on the night with a walk in the 6th, as the 1-2 pitch, it'll miss outside for ball 2, and the count leaving up at 2-2. He grounded out to the pitcher in the 2nd inning and popped out to short in the 4th, as he will get his opportunity here to lead off the 8th inning. It's grounded to third baseman Tanner Carlson. The throw to first goes high, as that will get past Williamson. Williamson throws to second to try to get him out, and he will. So Freeman getting a little greedy on the error by not Tanner Carlson, excuse me. That will be Tyler Porter over at third. He threw the ball high to Williamson. Williamson able to get a little glove on it to stop it from rolling farther than it should have gone, as he'll make the play over on the first baseline, throw to second in time to get Freeman out at second. So 1 out of the inning to Brandon Cody now up at the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the night with a fielder's choice in the 6th and a strikeout in the 4th. So what could have gone very bad for the Miners gets erased there, as Sloan gets ahead in the count to Cody, 0-2.
Pretty aggressive move there by Freeman. That ball did not get far away from Williamson at all. It hit off of his glove, and Freeman out by about 3 steps at second.
0-2 pitch goes outside. Try to get him to swing there. Cody thought about it but pulled it back in time, so the count goes to 1-2. And I don't think he saw that the ball was tipped by Williamson. I think he thought the ball went farther than it was. But the 1-2 pitch swung on it and missed for strike 3. But nonetheless, he is out at second. And then Brandon Cody is down now on strikes for the 2nd out of the inning. Bringing up Jack D'Amelio. D'Amelio's 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout in the 5th and in the 4th, and then a double play in the 2nd, as Sloan kicks and deals. The first pitch to him will run outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Sloan ready with the 1-0 pitch. And a fastball's in there for the count to move to 1-1. D'Amelio, a 261 hitter for the Chinooks. 4th on the team in average. The 1-1 pitch from Sloan is fouled straight back, and the count will go into Sloan's favor at 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning.
And Sloan's got a little more pop to that fastball tonight. It's really popping the glove of Sam Thompson. You can hear that baby all the way back in Chugiak. He's pumped up.
The 1-2 pitch from Sloan runs inside, making D'Amelio flinch a little bit, but the count will leaving up at 2-2 with that inside pitch. 2's on the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. No one on, 2 men out to Jack D'Amelio at the plate. The 2-2 pitch is a curveball that will miss in the dirt for ball 3, and the count will go full. D'Amelio steps into the right-handed batter's box. Righty on righty matchup. The payoff pitch to him will be in there for a called strike 3. Hit that outside part of the plate for strike 3. D'Amelio having a word with the home plate umpire about it. did not agree with that call, but he is down on strikes for the third out of the inning. So 3 up, 3 down for the Chinooks, as the Miners had one error in that inning, but that was quickly erased on the throw to second to get him out, as he tried to take 2 on it. As no hits, no runners left on, and we go to the top of the 8th inning, to the bottom of the 8th inning, excuse me, at a tie ball game at 3 apiece. Bottom of the 8th here at Herman Brothers Field. Crowd of over 1,200 here to watch the Miners take on the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. A tie 3-3 ball game. An exciting one here. Has been a pitcher's duel all night. Only 9 hits between the two teams, as the game is tied at 3-3. Kobe Boulware to get things started for the Miners. Justin Kirby on deck, and Aaron Walters in the hole. Tyler O'Clair still on the mound for the Chinooks, as the first pitch to Kobe Boulware is popped up, as that will get called by center fielder Brandon Cody, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out to Kobe Boulware, bringing up Justin Kirby. Kirby up at the plate. He has been hitting his stride as of late, as he's now batting .272 for the Miners. With 4 home runs on the season, he's the second best in the ABL in that stat. We'll see if he can pull one off here. No balls, 1 strike to him, 1 out. Kirby at the plate, 0 for 3 on the night, but he does have an RBI to his name. The 0-1 pitch to him is popped up out of play, and the count will go to 0-2. He grounded out in the first, grounded out in the third, and flew out in the 6th, as we'll see what he will do here in the 8th. Sun's starting to set here at Palmer. The 0-2 pitch to Kirby is popped up, and that will go out of play right behind us, as the count will remain 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Justin Kirby, as the 0-2 pitch to him is grounded, as shortstop Pate Fullerton makes the play, the throw to first.
Wow.
In time for out number 2.
What a play by Fullerton. Full extension on a hard hit ground ball. Excellent glove work by the shortstop, robbing Justin Kirby of a hit there. Beautiful defensive work.
Kirby's been hitting it to Fullerton all night. 3 of the 4 at-bats have been ground outs to Fullerton at short, but that one has been the toughest play for Fullerton of the night, Walters at the plate now. First pitch to him, foul down the third base side, out of play for strike one. Just a friendly reminder, if your car needs a new taillight or just any sort of nut, bolt, or screw, be sure to visit the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts there in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. The 0-1 pitch to Walters on its way in the dirt for ball one. The count will even up at 1-1. Walters at the plate. The 1-1 pitch to him will be in the dirt again, and the count will go to 2-1. Miners have an arm loosening up in the bullpen right now. The Chinooks don't have any. So it appears that they're looking for Eau Claire to pitch the rest of this inning and possibly the next. The 2-1 pitch will miss high for ball three. 3 balls, 1 strike to Walters, excuse me. Fullerton plays for the other team. Don't know what I'm thinking here. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Aaron Walters. Walters 1 for 3 on the night. The 3-1 pitch to him is lined right at Ethan English. And that ball was right at him.
No breaks for the Miners here in this half.
They got robbed on 2 of the 3, possibly 3 of the 3. But we go to the top of the 9th inning. It will go down to this inning. And if they can't do it in this inning, we'll have free baseball for you here at Herman Brothers Field. But first, we have to get through the 9th. The Chinooks are up to bat next at a tie 3-3 ball game.
For McCormick, no.
Joe Brazil to lead things off as the 8, 9, and 1 hitter are due up for the Chinooks. First pitch to Joe Brazil will miss for ball 1. Grant Sloan on the mound for the Miners. He pitched a great 8th inning. We'll see what he'll have here as the second pitch, lined straight to Cody Huff over at second. He'll make the catch on the line drive for out number 1. Pate Fullerton now to get his at-bat.
It's been a good night to be a Fullerton in this game. The only 2 Chinooks that have reached base on hits tonight have been Pate Fullerton and J. Paul Fullerton.
3-3 ball game here in the top of the 9th inning. As the Chinooks are at bat, Pate Fullerton at the plate. 1 for 2 on the night as he scored in all 3. As he is all 3 of the Chinooks runs on the night. First pitch to him will go outside for ball 1. 1-0's the count. Sloan kicks and deals the 1-0 pitch, and that will miss outside again for ball 2. So Fullerton ready at the plate. 2-0 pitch to him will hit the outside part of the plate for the count to go to 2-1.
You could see some of these Chinooks hitters getting a little frustrated with that outside part of the plate and how it's being called. D'Amelio in the last inning on that strikeout, and now Fullerton.
2-1 pitch to him will hit that outside part of the plate again.
There you go.
Brad Polk is loving the outside part of the plate. He's been very flexible at that, and he's held a pretty good outside part of the plate. The 2-2 pitch is lined. Leaping catch by Tyler Porter at third to make the play. Don't know if that would have stayed fair. It looked like it would have been if that would have gotten past Porter. So a great play by him for the second out of the inning.
Well, there have been 5 errors in this game, but we've seen some pretty good glove work here in these last 2 half innings on both sides.
That we have. As the top of the order, Patty McCormick up to bat. As the first pitch to him is a curveball in there for a called strike one. As Patty McCormick, he is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. As the 0-1 pitch will miss for ball one, the count leaving up at 1-1. Struck out in the first, hit by pitch in the third, struck out on a drop third strike, so he was able to take first on it and then sacrifice bunt in the seventh. The 1-1 pitch will be in the dirt for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs for the Chinooks here in the top of the ninth. Tie ball game at 3 apiece. The 2-1 pitch. Curveball beautifully placed for strike 2, and we have 2s on the board here in the top of the ninth. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Grant Sloan is 1 pitch away for a great 2 innings of relief. The 2-2 pitch from him will just miss outside. Just missed that outside part of the plate that the home plate umpire has been calling all night, but that was just a tad bit outside for his strike zone. The payoff pitch from Sloan is grounded up the first baseline. Williamson will make the play, tag him out on the first base line for out number 3. So we go to the bottom half of the ninth inning, 3 up, 3 down for the Chinooks. No hits, no errors, no runners left on, and no runs scored. So it's an opportunity for the Miners to get the win here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. If they don't, we got free baseball here at Herman Brothers Field and a tie ball game at 3-3. Five, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Miners here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. Cody Huff to lead things off. Drew Williamson on deck and Sam Thompson in the hole. The Miners need 1 to win this ball game. Will be their 3rd walkout of the season. And we have a 7-game home winning streak on the line here, as well as a 4-game winning streak home and away on the line. As the first pitch to Huff is in there for a called strike 1. Eau Claire still on the mound for the Chinooks as their bullpen looks to start walking around for possible another pitcher to start warming up. The 0-1 pitch to Huff is missing high for ball 1. 1-1 is the count. Eau Claire so far has pitched beautifully through 2 innings of relief as he kicks and deals the 1-1 pitch as that will miss outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Huff. Huff 1 for 3 on the night. Singled in the first, double play in the fourth, and grounded out in the sixth. The 2-1 pitch to him will miss for ball 3, so a hitter's count to Huff here. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs, as Huff is leading off this bottom of the 9th inning. Eau Claire kicks and deals the 3-1 pitch, and that will miss outside for ball 4.
First batter that's reached base against Tyler Eau Claire. Set down the first 4 men of this ball game pretty easily, but a base runner here for the Miners. Winning run now at first. Drew Williamson coming to bat.
Williamson at the plate, 0 for 3 on the night, as he looks to get things continued here in the bottom half of the 9th. Tie ball game 3-3. Doesn't get more exciting than this, as the record crowd here at Herman Brothers Field fills the stands up for this bottom half of the 9th inning, as Huff's at first, and Eau Claire will step off the mound, not throw over to first, but just keep Huff over there as close to first as possible to try to prevent him from getting into scoring position. Williamson at the plate here. The pitch to him will miss outside for ball 1. So Eau Claire pitched beautifully in his first couple innings of relief, is now struggling with his control here, as he's walked the first batter and has had the first ball of the at-bat to Drew Williamson on the first pitch to him. Eau Claire will look over to Huff at first. Eau Claire with the 1-0 pitch, swung on it and missed. And Williamson was trying to hit that all the way over to Pioneer's Peak. If he made contact with that one would have been, I would have felt bad for that ball if he made contact, as the count will move to 1-1. Eau Claire gets his sign, looks over to Huff at first. Eau Claire with the 1-1 will miss inside for ball 2. So what appeared to be a very loose strike zone in the 8th inning and the top of the 9th is really tightened up here in the bottom of the 9th, as some of these inside-outside parts of the place that the home plate umpire Brad Polk has been calling have been tightened up to a strict strike zone. Eau Claire with the 2-1 pitch, and that's popped up to left field. Daniel Freeman running over, as that ball will drop in foul territory, as that ball was too far for him to make that play. Freeman was playing closer to left center field than where a typical left fielder would normally play, with the outfield so big at Herman Brothers. That little looper to left field, there's no shot of Freeman catching that one. The count moves to 2-2. Eau Claire ready at the belt, gets his sign, the 2-2 pitch. Looper into left field. Will that drop? It will not. Daniel Freeman will make the catch. Huff will move back to first, and that will be the first out of the inning.
Man, no breaks for either team really with the line drives here in these past couple of innings. Still runner up first, 1 out for Sam Thompson.
Thompson up at the plate. He is 1 for 3 on the night. Singled in the 7th. Reached on an error in the 5th and struck out in the 2nd. Huff at first. Tie ball game, bottom half of the 9th inning here at Herman Brothers Field. Eau Claire, the first pitch to Thompson, will miss for ball 1, and Thompson gets ahead early at 1-0. The Chinooks are finally starting to warm up a pitcher in their bullpen. The Miners have a man waiting over there in case they need it. 1 ball, no strikes to Thompson. Huff gets his lead from first. Eau Claire will fire over there. Huff gets back in time.
And if it comes down to a battle of bullpens between these teams, the Miners have the advantage. We've seen Sundine and Eau Claire for the Chinooks, the clear-cut 2 best pitchers in their staff. If the Miners can work it to a third guy, it would definitely work in their favor.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out to Sam Thompson. Eau Claire gets his sign, the 1-0 pitch. is popped up down the first base line. First baseman Ethan English runs over as far as he can, but that ball will go out of play, and the count will even up at 1-1. Another advantage for the Miners is that they had the day off yesterday. The Chinooks had a battle against the Bucks yesterday in the game that they fell. So their bullpen is a little short-handed from that, too. Miners had the day off yesterday, and their last game was against the Bucks here on Saturday.
And it looks like the Oilers won on a walk-off in the bottom of the 10th against the Anchorage Glacier Pilots out in Kenai.
So we have a lot of intense ball games here in the ABL tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Sam Thompson at the plate. Tyler Auclair on the mound. Cody Huff at first. The 1-1 pitch is lined out of play down the first base side. Will be a souvenir for a fan, and the count goes to 1-2 to Sam Thompson.
And the Oilers snap a 6-game losing streak with that victory. Glacier Pilots half game out of the Miners entering this one. Now 1 game. Miners looking to extend it here. Good opportunity.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Thompson. Curveball will miss inside, and the count will go to 2-2.
That's a good eye right there. That was close.
Tough pitch to lay off by Thompson.
Very close.
Nothing he can do here. Auclair got him off the off-speed pitch, curved it inside in on him. Back door just a little bit too inside as the count will go to 2-2. As Auclair looks in, the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Ricky Martinez now to get his shot for the Miners, as he is 1 for 2 on the day. Singled in the 2nd, sacrifice bunted in the 5th, and was out on a fielder's choice in the 7th inning, but was able to extend that to, was able to reach 2nd on that due to an error on that play. Cody Huff gets his lead over at first. Auclair ready. The first pitch to Martinez is in there for a called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Ricky Martinez. Cody Huff got things started in this inning with a leadoff walk. Williamson was next up and lined out to left field. Thompson just up, struck out swinging. Martinez now at the plate with a man on first. The 0-1 pitch to him is lined out of play, and the count will go to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, tie ball game here in the bottom of the 9th inning at 3-3. As Tyler Auclair will toe the mound and look in to get his sign. Ahead to Martinez, 0-2. Auclair ready at the belt. Huff gets his lead from first. The 0-2 pitch is a curveball that is dribbled down the third baseline, foul, and the count will remain 0-2.
Good job there by Martinez just to fight that one off. A lot of late movement, late swing there, just able to get a piece and stay alive.
Chinooks have 3 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors. The Miners have 3 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. As Auclair looks to get his sign from Brazil behind the plate. Huff gets his lead off of first. The 0-2 pitch. He'll miss outside, and the count will move to 1-2. Just past 9:30 here in Palmer, Alaska. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Tie ball game. Auclair 1-2 ahead of Martinez. The pitch will run inside in the dirt, and Huff will take 2nd. So good awareness by Huff to take 2nd as the count will move to 2-2, as Martinez will now be batting with a man in scoring position here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Miners have walked it off twice here at Herman Brothers already this season.
And a single should do the trick. You are running and gunning with 2 outs. No hesitation if you're a base runner.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Ricky Martinez at the plate. Auclair looks over at Huff at 2nd. The 2-2 pitch to Martinez is swung on and missed. It'll be a drop 3rd strike. The throw to first will be in time for out number 3. As we go to the top of the 10th inning, it's free baseball here at Herman Brothers Field, as the Miners will leave a man on no errors and no hits. and no runs as we are the top of the 10th inning. First extra inning game for the Miners on the season, as we have a tied ball game at 3-3. Free baseball here at Herman Brothers Field at the top of the 10th inning. Tie ball game at 3-3. It has been a thriller up to this point. Miners got ahead early on in this ball game in the first inning, going ahead 2-0. But after 9 innings, it's a tie 3-3. Blake Payton on the mound for the Miners here in the 10th inning to see what he can do against this Chinooks lineup. As the pitch is swung on and grounded to second baseman Cody Huff. He'll throw over to first in time. So Hayden Keller down for the first out of the inning on a 4-3 ground out. So great job by Peyton to get the first man out. Bringing up J. Paul Fullerton, as Fullerton has been seeing the ball very well tonight, as he is 3 for 4. 2 singles, a double, and a fielder's choice. So reached base on every single at bat of this ball game as he gets a shot here in the 10th inning. First pitch to him will miss inside for ball 1. As I mentioned before, first extra inning games for the Miners here at Herman Brothers Field and anywhere, as every game so far has been done in 9 or 7 if it was a doubleheader. The 1-0 pitch will miss for ball 2. 2-0 is the count. Just a friendly reminder, if your car needs a new taillight or just any sort of nut, bolt, or screw, be sure to visit the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. The 2-0 pitch is grounded through the hole in between first and second baseman Drew Williamson and Cody Huff. So J. Paul Fullerton has been a key player for the Chinooks tonight, as he has his 4th hit of the ball game and reached base on his 5th straight plate appearance. So he takes first. Ethan English at the plate. He's 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts and 2 groundouts. As it appears that there will be a pinch runner coming in for J. Paul Fullerton, as it appears to be number 22, Jess Davis. And Davis out of Kansas City, Missouri. He is very fast on the base path, as he is 8 for 11 for the Chinooks on the year in stolen bases. And in his college career, 48 stolen bases at the University of Alabama, Birmingham. So not a man to mess with at first here with 1 out in the top of the 10th inning. Gets his lead. Peyton will throw over to first to check him over there. So Davis gets his lead over at first. The first pitch to him is chopped up to second base. Huff will step on second, throw to first in time for the 4-3 double play to send this inning to the bottom of the 10th inning at a tie ball game at 3-3. We'll have all that extra inning action for you at the bottom of the 10th inning coming up shortly. And here we are in the bottom half of the 10th inning. Tie ball game at 3-3.
All right, Miner fans, make some noise.
As the 9, 1, and 2 hitters are due up for the Miners. As we're having a substitution for Tyler Porter, as Colin Montez will come and hit for him, as that will be the second substitution in the third base position, as Tanner Carlson started out the day in that position, batting ninth. Tyler Porter then came in for him in the 7th inning, and now Colin Montez will take his swing here in the bottom half of the 10th inning to lead things off. So we have the 9, 1, and 2 hitters due up. Eric Webb will stand on deck. Kobe Boulware in the hole, as Corbin Barker will toe the mound for the Chinooks. First pitch to Montez will miss outside for ball 1. Corbin Barker on the year this will be his 9th appearance. Started one game for him in 16 1/3 innings pitched, as he's given up 26 hits and 15 earned runs, as the 1-0 pitch will be in there for a called strike 1. With 14 strikeouts to only 6 walks, he has an 8.27 ERA. So the 1-1 pitch to Montez underway is fouled straight back. And the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Barker on the mound shakes off the first sign, likes the second one. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. For the first out of the inning. Bringing up the top of the lineup, Eric Webb, Kobe Boulware on deck, as Webb is 1 for 4 on the day. He doubled out in the first inning and later scored, and flew out in the 3rd, flew out in the 5th, and struck out in the 7th. And he'll have an opportunity here in the bottom of the 10th. First pitch to him misses inside for ball 1. If you remember, on that day on June 17th, bases loaded with Eric Webb at the plate, walk-off grand slam. 1-0 pitch to him is lined in the left center, but right fielder Hayden Keller will make the catch, as that was hit to right center, not left center. My bad. For the second out of the inning.
Center fielder Kobe Boulware.
As That'll be the second out of the inning, a quick one. So this 10th inning has gone by very fast with Kobe Boulware stepping up to the plate. Boulware 0 for 2 on the day with 2 walks. Scored on both of those and then grounded out in the 3rd and flew out in the 8th. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Boulware scored 2 of the 3 runs in this ball game. The 1-2 hitters for the Miners have all the runs so far, as the 0-1 pitch will miss in the dirt, and the count leaving up at 1-1. Webb scored the first run. Boulware followed right behind him in the first inning, and then in the 6th inning on a wild pitch, Boulware came in to score. The 1-1 pitch to him is grounded just foul, and the count will go to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Kobe Boulware. Barker on the mound, toes the rubber. Gets his sign, likes what he sees. The 1-2 pitch is grounded just foul to stay alive from Kobe Boulware. 3-3 ball game. Both teams have 5 hits, and the Chinooks have 3 errors. The Miners 2 errors. The 1-2 pitch will be swung on and missed for strike 3. So we'll go to the top of the 11th. I'm going to throw it over to Brandon Monty for the 12th inning, and then if there's a 13th inning as well, he'll be calling that one. And then if it goes to a 14th inning, which will be a long one if it does happen, I will take back over. Tie ball game 3-3 going into the top of the 11th. The scoreboard only goes to 10, so that's all wiped clean, and we're starting over at the beginning here in the 11th inning. Tie ball game 3-3. We'll have that top of the 11th free baseball for you coming up next.
Top of the 11th here as the first pitch to Daniel Freeman is in there for strike 1 swinging. Blake Payton back out on the mound here. Brandon Monty back with you here in the broadcast booth alongside Nick Veland. The 0-1 pitch to Freeman misses low in the dirt for ball 1. Some defensive changes here. Plenty of shuffling around the Miners. Boulware now at second. Huff is at third as Freeman fouls one to the right side. That one's out of play. Justin Kirby is now moved from left to right. Colin Montez is in left, and Eric Webb is in center. So numerous defensive changes for the Miners. 1-2 pitch, again fouled straight back by Freeman, out of play. So 1-2 is now the count. Freeman digging back into the right-handed batter's box. Payton ready, another 1-2 coming, just missing off the outside part of the plate. Good backdoor action there by Payton. Almost got him to bite. Good pitch, but it's 2-2. Payton working from the windup off the right side of the rubber. Goes into his motion. 2-2 on the way again is chopped foul. So a good at-bat brewing here. The 4th foul ball of this battle between Freeman and Blake Payton. 3-3 ball game here. Top of the 11th. Payton ready. Another 2-2 coming. Is fouled off again. Another pitch hit into the stands, so we'll do it again at 2-2. First extra inning game of the year for the Miners. Another 2-2 on the way, misses inside, and Freeman's worked the count full to 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Peyton's ready. Full count pitch is chopped foul towards the third base dugout of the Chinooks. So again, the count 3-2. Peyton steps back out on the mound. The University of Arizona Wildcat deals 3-2 on its way, is grounded just left of the foul line over near third. So another foul ball. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Blake Peyton steps back out onto the mound. Most of these fans here at Herman Brothers have not left. They're sticking around for this one, as they should. 3-2 is on the way, and it's fouled straight back at us in the press box. Look out, Nick.
I would have had it if
I know how your reaction time
there.
is, so I...
Just saying, if that fence wasn't there, that was in my hand.
3-2 coming up. Another one coming. And waved at him, missed for strike 3. Peyton wins the battle. Takes down Daniel Freeman in a 12-pitch battle to start the top of the 11th. Big punch out there for Peyton, who has now struck out 4 batters in his last 2 appearances. He struck out the side in 1 inning pitched against the Bucks on June 29th. As he comes set here, first pitch is on the way to Brandon Cody. It's a called strike at the knees. 0-1 the count as Peyton steps back out on the mound. He's looking to work quickly here and give the bats back to the Miners. 0-1 pitch on the way is waved at him, missed. He was over the top of that breaking ball for strike 2, so Peyton's got him down quickly in the count, 0-2. Beautiful night here at Herman Brothers Field for a ball game. Temperatures now in the low 70s. Been one of the cooler nights of these past couple days as the 0-2 is fouled straight back, as these Chinooks hitters are not going down without a fight here in this 11th inning. If the Chinooks do drop this one, they will fall to 5th place outright in the Alaska Baseball League after the Oilers won on a walk-off in the 10th. As Cody grounds one over, it's a tapper towards second. Boulware picks it up, throws over to first in time. Good glove work by Kobe Boulware. He charges that one, scoops it up with his glove, and makes a quick transition over to first for out number 2. So Peyton 1 out away from getting out of this half inning and giving the bats back to the Miners. Jack D'Amelio stepping into the box. The third baseman for the Chinooks tonight digs back in, a right-handed hitter. Peyton in his 7th appearance on the season now for the Miners. First pitch on the way to D'Amelio, a fastball that misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Chinooks this year have been much better on the road than at home. They are 4-5 away from home, 2-10 in Chugiak, as the 1-0 pitch, a slider that good backdoor action there, breaks in the outside part of the plate. So 1-1 now the count to Jack D'Amelio. Steps back into the box. Peyton is ready and working a little too quickly there as the umpire was calling time behind the plate. As Peyton steps back out on the mound. Must be an Arizona thing, working quickly with these guys. I don't know. The 1-1 pitch is on the way. It's another breaking pitch, and again it drops in at the knees for strike 2. D'Amelio didn't like it, but regardless, the count is 1-2. Nobody down, 2 outs. As Blake Peyton looks to set him down, 1-2-3. Gets his sign, comes set, 1-2 pitch on the way is lined foul out of play. And we'll do it again, 1-2. Remember, folks, a foul ball can do damage to your car. You can always stop in to the locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more info. Peyton is working now. 1-2 is on the way. It's a soft liner towards short, but Ricky Martinez retreats and makes the catch in the outfield grass for out number 3. Blake Peyton works another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 11th. Miners have another crack at it, looking for their 3rd walk-off victory of the year. We're still tied at 3. Our first July game of this 2019 Alaska Baseball League season has gone into extra innings. In fact, both games tonight to lead off the month of July have seen extras as the Miners looking for their 8th straight win here at Herman Brothers Field. Bottom of the 11th, we're still tied at 3. First pitch from Corbin Barker to Justin Kirby is a called strike 1 on the fastball at the knees. Barker in his second inning of relief work, 9th appearance on the season, 0-2, 8.26 ERA. The 0-1 on the way to Kirby is waved at and missed for strike 2, so 0-2. Now the count to the Alpharetta, Georgia native.
And I tell you, these fans, most of them, no one has left so far. Everyone's passionate at the stands.
0-2 pitch in the dirt, missing, getting away from the catcher.
Fans are chanting at the top of their lungs. They're excited for this Miners baseball team this year, and these fans are as good as they get.
We're hearing "Let's Go Miners" chants all over the yard prior to the start of this inning. These fans are out in abundance, revving their Miners. 1-2 pitch on the way to Justin Kirby is way inside. Almost got him there. Was aiming right for the helmet, just a bit inside as Kirby had to duck out of danger there. 1-2. 2-2 now the count, as catcher Joe Brazil will go have a word with his reliever.
Yeah, got ahead in the count 0-2, and then the last 2 pitches he threw were a little out of control, a little out of the strike zone, especially on that last one that would have hit Kirby if he didn't duck out of the way right in the helmet.
2-2 pitch on the way to Justin Kirby is in the dirt, and the Kent State Golden Flash and 3-hitter for the Miners has worked his way back in the count. Full now, 3-2. The last 3 pitches haven't been close. Barker ready, working quickly. 3-2 pitch on the way is poked at and fouled to the right side, out of play. Good job to stay alive there by Kirby as the count goes full, 3-2. Barker, the losing pitcher in last night's game for the Chinooks. Went 1 inning, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. 3-2 pitch on the way to Kirby, misses in the dirt for ball 4, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Miners. There is a right-handed reliever getting loose in the Chinooks bullpen out in the left field corner. Aaron Walters, who already has 1 walk-off hit on the season, digs back into the left-handed batter's box to a thunderous applause from this Miner crowd. Walters digs back in. He got his walk-off against the Oilers. Stepping back in here, runner on first, nobody down, and timeout called by the home plate umpire. Corbin Barker, 6 runs and 10 hits allowed over his last 3 appearances. He has been struggling as he throws over to first to keep Justin Kirby honest. Kirby 2 for 3 in stolen bases. Stole his first base in the last game since June 13th. We'll see if he tries it again here to put himself in scoring position. Both teams with 3 runs and 5 hits. First pitch to Walters, a fastball upstairs for ball 1. Walters has raised his average 57 points over the last 5 games. He's been hot, and now a coach is coming out to talk to Barker, perhaps to buy some time for the right-handed reliever getting loose out in the bullpen in the left field corner.
Yeah, and Barker in the 10th inning, he was very effective. He was able to hit the strike zone, able to get the Miners to swing, was able to get him to foul him off until he had 2 strikeout swing-ins in that 10th inning, and then he got a man to fly out. This inning so far, it's either hit or miss on these pitches. The Miners know going into this inning, after Kirby's at-bat, that if the ball looks good, that they need to be swinging, and if the ball looks bad, just to lay off that pitch, because he's either hit or miss right now, and very inconsistent or very consistent. It's on and off here in the 11th inning.
Barker, a UC Irvine commit, as the 1-0 pitch is tipped into the catcher's glove for strike 1. 1-1 the count now to Aaron Walters. Walters, a .273 hitter coming into this one. 10 runs, 10 RBIs, 4 doubles, 6 walks. Digs back in. Kirby gets his lead from first. Barker comes set at the belt. The 1-1 pitch, a fastball that paints the outside corner for a called strike 2. A win here tonight would put the Miners a game and a half out of first place in the ABL. The Anchorage Bucks getting the night off. So the Miners would gain a half a game with a victory. 1-2 pitch on the way. Misses away for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Nobody down. Runner at first. And that runner is the winning run. Miners looking for walk-off win number 3 and extra inning win number 1. 2-2 pitch on the way is lined hard but foul. Walters out in front of that breaking ball from Barker, so we'll do it again. 2-2, and Walters knew had he just waited a split second longer, that one could have been extra bases and potentially the ball game. He steps back in. Righty on lefty matchup. Another 2-2 pitch coming is poked foul down the left field line. So again, 2-2. Good job by Walters to fight off a fastball that was breaking away from him on the outside part of the plate. Waiting in the on-deck circle is Cody Huff. Walters stepping in against the recent high school graduate, Corbin Barker. Comes set. Another 2-2 coming is lined out to left field, and drifting over is Daniel Freeman, and he makes the catch. That ball was hit well, given a pretty good ride. Freeman changed the angle on it and was able to track it down. He turned his shoulder. Didn't look like he had a good read on it at first, but was able to snag it for the first out of the inning as Cody Huff digs in. The recent Scottsdale High School graduate, and listen to these Miners cheering him on.
He got the Huff chant going here at Herman Brothers Field. You love to hear it as he steps into the plate.
And Barker steps off to take a deep breath and recollect himself here. 2 recent high school graduates going mano-a-mano. Runner at first, 1 out. And Barker steps off again, and catcher Joe Brazil will go out to have a word with him and get on the same page.
And Huff right now just looking to put the ball in play. Try to get Kirby over to second and try to get him in scoring position for Williamson on deck. If he can't get a hit, at least try to get him over and put him in scoring position if possible. But
Huff has a 6-game hit streak now on the year as the first pitch to him, fastball painting the outside corner, called strike 1.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kirby, if Tyler LeBrun gets a little dangerous here and possibly has him steal second here. That could be a possibility. We'll see what happens.
We will indeed. 0-1 pitch on the way to Huff is swung on and hit foul to the right side, and that one will get out of play. 0-2. Now to the recent 32nd round draft pick by the Tampa Bay Rays in the MLB draft. Got the chance to be the hero here in the bottom of the 11th. 3-3 ball game. Sweaty palms time now at Herman Brothers Field on what's been a gorgeous night for baseball. 0-2 pitch on the way to Huff, misses away. Ball 1, snap throw back to first. Kirby slides in head first safely.
If that was a good throw, Kirby might have been in trouble there.
Kirby got a very good secondary lead on that one. Joe Brazil snapped through over to first, as that one would have been close had that throw been on line. 1-2 count. Kirby still standing at first, gets about a 2.5 step lead. 1-2 on the way, runs inside and plunks Huff on the shoulder. So a walk and a hit by pitch here from Corbin Barker. Make it first and second, 1 out, and coming up to bat, Drew Williamson. Our player of the game just 2 days ago came back from injury and went 4 for 5. 0 for 3 in his last game, but he did have an RBI. He's tied for first in the ABL in doubles. The Bruton, Alabama native digs in. First and second, 1 out, tie game. First pitch to him. Waved at him, missed for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Over 1,200 fans waiting on the edge of their seat. We've had ourselves a battle from the very beginning of this one. Back and forth all game. 0-1 pitch on the way to Williamson. A breaking ball that misses low for ball 1. Good eye by the 6'5" Miner first baseman. 254 hitter on the year, 6 runs scored, 9 RBIs, 6 doubles, 11 walks for Williamson thus far. He digs in. Barker's ready. The pitch on its way is fouled off the catcher. 1-2 is the count. Tie ball game, 3-3, bottom of the 11th. For those of you just joining us, it's been one of the biggest thrillers of the year for the Miners thus far. Their first extra inning game of this 2019 campaign. And they've got a chance to come away victorious here and get their third walk-off win of the season. 1-2 pitch on the way to Williamson is grounded over to second. Up with it is the second baseman, throws to second for one, back over to first. It is a double play. 4-6-3 as the Chinooks get out of a jam. Great pitching by Corbin Barker. And the side is retired. We are through 11 here at Herman Brothers Field, and we're still tied. We've got more free baseball for you. Top of the 12th coming up. Chinooks and Miners tied at 3. First pitch to Joe Brazil to start the top of the 12th is a swinging strike as he couldn't catch up to the fastball. As Blake Payton is back out on the mound for his third inning of relief, and he's been very sharp so far. 0-1 pitch to Brazil, a fastball this time missing away for ball 1. 1-1 is our count. Still tied here at Herman Brothers Field. For those of you who are up past your bedtime, still tuning in, Brandon Monty alongside Nick Veland broadcasting Miners baseball as the 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball to Brazil that's waved at, and he comes up empty for strike 2. 1-2 now the count, as Blake Payton's got to be one of the quickest workers we've ever seen, Nick, or at least for me. Every time he finishes a pitch, he is right back up there on that mound ready to go. 1-2 on the way to Brazil, misses inside, and it gets to the backstop, so we're even now 2-2. Brazil 0 for 4 on the night. He's had a little bit of everything. He's flown out, grounded into a double play, and lined out to second his last time around. Payton working from the windup. Shakes off one sign. Now he's got what he likes. 2-2 pitch is on the way, and it's fouled over the press box, out of play. We'll do it again, 2-2.
And if you remember, Blake Payton started a game in early June, so he can go for a long period of time as he's entering his third inning of relief.
2-2 pitch on the way is poked foul again, out of play. These Chinooks hitters are really making these Miners pitchers work. A lot of balls fouled off in these past couple of innings. They've worked these counts.
As Blake Payton's pitch count is going a little bit high for a relief pitcher, but he can handle it.
2-2 on the way is waved at him, is strike 3. First out of the inning on a strikeout as Brazil is set down on strikes for the first time tonight. And coming up to bat is number 7, Pate Fullerton, who has scored all 3 runs for the Chinooks this evening. He's reached on a walk, a single, and an error. The Miners got him out for the first time in this ball game in the top of the 9th on a lineout. as Peyton steps back out on the mound. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Fullerton, a breaking ball that's upstairs for a ball, 1-0. No action currently in the Miners bullpen out in right. There is a right-hander getting loose for the Chinooks. The 1-0 to Fullerton, waved at and missed as the ball scoots to the backstop. 1-1 the count. Reminder, folks, the Miners are back in action tomorrow, 7 p.m. against the first place Anchorage Bucks in a game with big implications in the Alaska Baseball League standings. Peyton is ready. Fullerton's ready. The 1-1 offering is grounded over to second. Charging in is Kobe Boulware. He throws over to first. Williamson gets down on a knee to get the throw for out number 1. Chalk it up as 4-3 if you're keeping score at home. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Chinooks in the top of the 12th as Blake Peyton continues to cruise here. He has now set down the last 6 Chinooks he's faced, and 7 of 8 Chinooks have been out on behalf of Peyton. Just 1 single in the 10th, but it was quickly turned into a double play as coming up to bat is Mason Corbett, and he watches a pitch miss inside and low for a ball, 1-0. Corbett is 0 for 1 on the night, sacrifice bunt and 3 unassisted. He's reached base in every game he's played for the Chinooks this year as he waves and misses at a 1-0 fastball. Tardy to the party on that heater there, 1-1 is the count. Nobody on, 2 outs, still a tie game, 3-3, top of the 12th. Here in Palmer as the 1-1 pitch, a fastball right there for strike 2 as all Corbett could do was watch it go by. Corbett a good eye at the plate, the league leader in walks with 19 of them as the 1-2 pitch to him, ring him up for strike 3. And the side is retired. Corbett's got some words for the home plate umpire as he is set down. 1-2-3 go the Chinooks in the top of the 12th. Bottom of the 12th coming up. Another shot for the Miners. We're still tied at 3. Bottom of the 12th here at Herman Brothers Field in beautiful Palmer, Alaska. And we've had free baseball. We've been blessed here this evening with 3 extra innings of play. Bottom of the 12th coming up. The Matsu Miners and Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks are tied at 3. Brandon Monty alongside Nick Veland here on YouTube Live as we've got a new pitcher for the Chinooks. It's right-hander Brian Cardone in his 9th appearance on the year. Cardone 0-1, 9.31 ERA and 9 2/3 innings of work. He's allowed 2 runs in each of his last 3 appearances. He has 1 save on the year, pitched against the Miners back on June 5th, opening day. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. It'll be his 2nd time going against the Miners this year. Opponents hitting .333 against him as Sam Thompson will lead things off for the Miners with Ricky Martinez in the on-deck circle. It's a righty-on-righty matchup to start this bottom of the 12th as neither team's been able to get much of a spark going here in these extra frames. Cardone working from the stretch. First pitch to Thompson is fouled straight back over the press box for strike one. Reminder, folks, with all this beautiful weather, it's a great chance to get out and work on your golf game. The Palmer Golf Course is the perfect opportunity to work on your game on the links. It's located just 2 miles from Herman Brothers Field. 0-1 pitch on the way to Sam Thompson, a breaking ball that catches the outside part of the plate for a called strike two. So 0-2 now the count to the Bremen, Georgia native, who is 1 for 4 on the night, singled back in inning number 7. Cardone is ready at the belt. 0-2 on the way is upstairs for a ball. 1-2 is now the count. Cardone, 14 hits allowed this year, 11 runs, 10 of them earned, 2 homers allowed, 6 strikeouts, 9 walks. A 6'1", 200-pound righty from Katy, Texas and Trinity University, as the 1-2 is waved at and missed in the dirt for strike 3. The throw down to first from Joe Brazil will take care of Sam Thompson for the first out of the inning, as Ricky Martinez will look to pick his teammate up here and start a rally in the bottom of the 12th.
Ricky Martinez.
Martinez, 2 RBIs in his last game. He went 0 for 5 against the Chinooks back on June 11th. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a single back in the 2nd inning. Stepping in, another righty-on-righty matchup. Cardone comes set. First pitch to Martinez outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. The Miners are 2-7 this year when scoring 3 or less runs. The Chinooks 1-5. So something's going to have to give this evening. 1-0 pitch on the way is lined back up the middle, a soft looper, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Ricky Martinez is aboard for the 2nd time via a single today. Another multi-hit ball game for the Baylor Bear, and Colin Montez is coming up. The 6th hit of the ball game for the Miners, and their first since the 7th inning.
Just a little looper. He was able just to get a little bit of bat on the ball there, drive it in play, and it dropped for him as he takes first on that single.
That's all you need. They all count the same. Martinez gets a 3-step lead from first. First pitch to Montez off the outside part of the plate for a ball. 1-0. Montez, a substitution in tonight's game, didn't get the start. 0 for 1, struck out swinging to lead off the bottom of the 10th. He'll have a chance to redeem himself here in the 12th. Cardone ready, the 1-0 pitch in the dirt, and it bounces off Joe Brazil and gets to the backstop. Martinez is going to round second, and now he's heading for third. The throw down to third, not in time, and it gets past third base, and it's picked up by Fullerton. Oh, man. For a second there, I thought Martinez was going to be able to score all the way from first on one wild pitch. My goodness.
That wild pitch, too, had a lot of hang time to it. It just got a little bounce off the catcher's protective gear, flew up in the air, and good awareness by Martinez, rounding second and taking third on the opportunity to do it.
The infield is coming in. Everyone's on the grass, and now a coach coming out for the Chinooks to greet Cardone at the mound. There's a runner at third with 1 out. A ground ball could do it here, depending on where it's placed, or a fly ball, but you know Montez is looking for a hit. As there's a mound visit here, both teams' coaches tending to their players, giving them the game plan here.
Yeah, Montez at the plate, just hit the ball as hard as possible. In other post-game interviews for walk-offs, we've heard batters with only 1 out and runners in scoring position. And situations like these, they like to choke up on their bat, see a pitch they like, and try to swing and make contact with it, put it in play as hard as possible. They're not trying to, get precise in these situations. They just want to hit it as hard as possible for either a pop fly to send them home on a tag up or a grounder to get through the infield.
2-0 count, runner at third, 1 down. Montez at the dish. Cardone comes set. The infield is in on the grass. 2-0 pitch in the dirt, ball 3. If Montez reaches on a walk, you'd have to think the middle infield might go back into double play def, but at the same time, you're still not sure, because if they don't turn it, that's the game.
Yeah, and also if they walk him here, they might.
And that's what they're going to do. They're going to give him the free pass, and they're going to put themselves in that double play situation.
Wouldn't be surprised if they look to possibly intentionally walk Webb too, giving them the force out
And
at home.
I think, yeah, that's a good point. That way they would have the force, like you said. That's a good call. And Webb is a dangerous hitter. He's already got one walk-off on the year.
What I thought at first was they're going to attack Montez as hard as possible, try to get him out, but then, if possible, walk Webb if he gets on first. But
it looks like they're going right after Webb as the pitch gets away to the backstop. Martinez is coming home, and the Miners win it. A walk-off wild pitch.
that's how you win a.
There you go.
That is how you win a 12-inning game.
Ricky Martinez comes home. The first pitch to Eric Webb flies over the catcher to the backstop. Martinez comes home, and the Miners win it 4-3. What a finish. What a game. One extra inning game, one extra inning win for the Matsu Miners. They improved to 14-8 and are now just a game and a half out of first place entering tomorrow's matchup with the Anchorage Bucks. The Chinooks drop their fifth straight and fall to 6-16. What a ball game.
Yeah, that's just incredible right there. Doesn't get better than that.
Our final score from Herman Brothers Field. It took a couple extra innings, but the Miners get it done all the same. 4-3, a winner over the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. We'll have post-game interviews coming up here shortly. Alongside Nick Veland, this has been Brandon Monty. Thank you, as always, for tuning in to Matsu Miners Baseball all season long. We are back in action tomorrow, 7 p.m. against the Bucks. But until then, we've got post-game interviews here coming up shortly. From Herman Brothers Field, we're signing off. Until next time.
Miners win in a thriller here at Herman Brothers Field in 12 innings. Miners win this one 4-3 against the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. I'm joined alongside head coach Tyler LeBrun. And coach, 12 innings, excuse me.
Yeah.
That takes a lot on your team. Just how'd you keep your team motivated for that long?
You know, that's never ideal when we open up a big stretch like we have this week where we play 7 games in 6 days or whatever it is. But, you know, I'm so proud of our guys. We battled that game the entire time, and we hit some balls real hard all day, and they made tremendous plays against us. And I just kept telling our guys, we just got to keep fighting and keep putting together good at-bats, and that's what we did. And, you know, we grinded one out, which is awesome.
And Blake Payton came in relief there. Just talk to us about his performance.
He was awesome. He was fired up the whole time, too, throwing that, which was awesome to see. But that was gutsy from him. Anytime you have a game like this, I kept telling Jeff, I was like, dude, we got to get someone to, you know, eat up some innings right now for us. And he answered the call. And I got to tip my cap to our entire pitching staff today and the entire bullpen. You know, we had an unearned run, and I think in the 7th or 8th, and then they just grinded it out. And that was really cool to see. And, yeah, you know.
So you guys are 1.5 games back from the Bucks now. You guys are currently going on a long stretch of games.
Yeah.
Just how are you guys going to attack day by day against these teams?
Well, we got to just make sure our bodies are good and getting some rest. You know, like you said, we have a long stretch. We got the Bucks tomorrow with Randy Abshaw on the hill for us, and he always gives us a really good chance to win. And we need to win tomorrow. For us to win the season series with the Bucks, we got to take care of business tomorrow. And I'd really like to go into Kenai, I think, with a 5-game winning streak, which would be nice to get a little momentum going down there because it's never easy to play down there. But, yeah, just keep grinding. You know, we always our motto down there is KTP, keep throwing punches, and we did that tonight. So
halfway through the season, talk me through some of the highs and some of the lows of the season so far.
not a lot of lows, to be honest. I mean, the injuries have kind of hurt us a little bit, but we've had guys step up. But I've been very pleased with the way we've played so far this year. I mean, the games we've lost have been very close 1-run, 2-run ball games that we're always in.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of game 1 of the season where we were pretty much out of it in the 3rd, our guys are in ball games. And anytime you're in a ball game, you know you have a chance to win it. You know, tonight we threw punches back and forth and came out with a win. So, again, not a lot of lows. I'm real happy with our offense, the way we're coming around. Like I said, tonight the box score might not show up, but we hit some balls extremely hard and extremely well that they just made good plays on. So.
Miners win 8 straight at home, 4 straight on the home and away.
Mm-hmm.
Miners win the night 4-3 against the Chinooks. Player of the game, Blake Payton, coming up in an interview with Brandon Monty, coming up next. And we'll have all that here on this stream. We hope you guys can keep on watching.
Welcome in, everybody, to part 2 of the post-game show brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Brandon Monty here, alongside tonight's player of the game, Mr. Blake Payton. And Blake, my man, you've been throwing darts out of the bullpen these last couple of games. Winning pitcher tonight, 3 scoreless innings, 1-2-3 inning last night, 3 strikeouts. Would you say everything's clicking for you at this point?
I would say so, yes. I'm feeling pretty good on the mound, preparing really well, taking care of my arm, so everything's feeling really good right now.
Absolutely. 3rd walk-off victory of the season for you guys. How has this boosted the morale of the team this last week, being on the winning side of these close games? A couple tough, close losses at the start of the year, but now on the other end. Has that really flipped the switch for the team?
Definitely. We were on that 7-game win streak, and then we did lose a few right after that, but this team's bounced back really well and really shows their true character and shows them who they're a force to reckon with. So it's really going well for us, and I hope to continue that to our trip to Kenai.
No question. Started a couple games this earlier part of the season. You've been coming out of the bullpen your last few appearances. Do you prefer to come out of the bullpen? Do you enjoy it more, or does it really not matter?
To me personally, it doesn't really matter. Whenever they need me to do the job, I'm there. So like tonight, they needed me to go however many innings, and it was 3 innings, but I was giving it all. So
no
really,
question.
Really, it was really awesome. So
no question. And the last question for you: what are some of your goals for this season with the Miners? We're now halfway through the season already. What are some of your goals for the second half and beyond? And also, what's been your favorite part about being a Mat-Su Miner?
I would say my goal, continuing the season, would be just to continue to pound the zone and get my team in and out of the dugout like that. So that's definitely my goal. Just keep working hard and pounding the zone.